stuck inside my head for so long, and now I'm scraping to get by. Now I'm up, now I'm going away for a while. I'm up, I give up, don't deserve to be put on trial. Whoa, I'm up, now I'm going away for a while. Hold me accountable for the times that I fuck up and the times that I don't. I'm sorry that I'm a shell of myself, proving once again I can't trust anyone else. Now I'm up, now I'm going away for a while. I'm up, I give up, don't deserve to be put on trial. Whoa, I'm up, now I'm going away for a while. If not now, then when? If I don't do this for myself. If not now, then when? If I don't do this for myself. Now I'm up, now I'm going away for a while. I'm up, I give up, don't deserve to be put on trial.
You not at your house before?
I'm up, now I'm up,
You not at your house before?
going away for now I'm up, now I'm going away for now I'm up, now I'm going away for
Terra, the Terra Mystica behind you? Is that Terra Mystica behind you? I think I tried that on the the iOS implementation. But the problem with it is, like, you make a couple decisions, the AI makes decisions, then so much shit happens, and I don't understand what happened. I'm just like, okay, I don't know what happened. Why am I losing? I've heard great things about it. Oh, so the person who responded on Steve's thing, I either blocked or they blocked me. I don't get Gatekeeper. No one's telling you can't play how you want to let what you want, but let other people play how they want. What? People have a problem with being popular is that the new players want the game to be different than what they play. Idiot. Someone named Doyle789. One of the two of us have blocked each other on my main account. I got blocked by several people because I happened to do the whole, like, I think it's silly to not, basically, I think it's silly to be like, pretend you don't know how trolls are made in a game. The exact, is basically, I'll actually have something off of Steve's TikTok. The exact same night that, what was it, the bad boy of TikTok decided to do his thing. But there were people who just heard that and thought it was me, and was like, they're coming after me. I'm like, I'm literally just saying if you want them to have like that sense of discovery, that oh, this is what this thing is like actually lead to, don't use trolls because everyone knows it. Or switch it up. I think it's silly to try to roleplay you don't know how to do this when the whole table knows. Like Sarah, you know what trolls are weak to? Like if you had a troll, if you had a troll in like a D&D troll, like a regenerating monster coming to kill you, do you know like what trolls are weak to? Everyone who plays D&D knows it's fire, but like everyone who plays D&D knows. So it's one of those things like if everyone knows, just use something else. No, that's literally like if you've ever played D&D, that's the thing you know. It is kind of considered basic. Like this is a basic part of it. Oh, you're one of those Besson players. Oh, I went to the D&D thing. There was a Besson player there. I was. Hurdy, waiting for the horror. There are definitely things that would do that. I think there actually is a My Little Pony game. Oh, still tag it. You should still tag it D&D, like I do in all of mine. I've got TTRPG, RPG, D&D, and Dungeons and Dragons. Hello. Okay, let's get people in whatever order they need to be in. literally, the first bunch of exercise things people tend to do is exactly about that. It's like, okay, it's time to get over yourself a little bit, and just have some fun and not worry about it. Let's lead into stereotypes. being a little weird. Audio was being a little weird before. Let me make sure we've got all of that correct. Okay, someone talk.
Hello.
Hello.
My headphones are in both as headphones and headset, and it likes to change which one that is on me, and that apparently makes a difference. So, I am Michael. We're going to be playing Mass tonight. I will be the MC. My pronouns are he, him. People want to go through and introduce yourselves?
Are we going by this list?
Yeah, give that order I put in.
Okay. Hey, I'm Mo. I go by they, she pronouns, and I play Obsidian or Isadora Reyes, the Beacon, she, they pronouns.
Hello, I'm Kirby. I use he, they pronouns, and I will be playing Ivy, uses they, she pronouns.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I'll be playing Zaylin, they, them.
Hi, I'm Nessa. I will be playing Marrow, she, her for both.
Right. So,
And you forgot Steve.
Yeah,
damn it,
I gotta
I'm
go.
sorry.
Johnny style.
I'm a terrible person.
I'm always skipping somebody. Whatever game it is, you're always skipping somebody.
I was putting something in here, and I was like,
I feel like
that.
this is a trend. Every week you skip the last person, but it's all right.
It's
I'm
tradition.
I'm Steve. I go by he, him. I play Johnny Styles. Wildfire is his hero name. The Star, also he, him.
All right. Is there anybody I've forgotten?
No.
All right. Good.
Well, actually, no kid.
We are good to go. So if we want to, actually, one thing I want to do before we get into the game itself, let's create a Supers team that is the current Alpha Corp Supers team. What I'm gonna do is I got an idea for one. If you go into the NPC, do we have a name we want to go with for the Alpha Corp Supers team?
What about the Omegas?
The Omega. Tested really well against the audience.
I love that. Yeah.
So I'm going to start off. What I'll have you do here in a moment, if everyone wants to kind of grab one of the notes off the side, we can kind of put it in there.
Where are we putting it? In microscope?
No,
Yeah.
in the Millinote, if you go into under NPC.
Oh, in NPCs. Okay.
I've got like a whole bunch of things in there, and if you look like 3 columns over, there's a thing that says Alpha Corp. You'll see our names on there.
So are we each adding one, or is there a certain?
If each person, so there's one I had an idea for, Reflex. She has a supernatural ability to understand people's fighting styles and skills. She's a Taskmaster type of hero. If everybody wants to create, we can talk a little bit if we can go at the same time, put it in, or fisted.
What?
I was testing because everybody was tossing things at the same time, and I thought I lost my block, so I was like, blah, 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 that's fine,
So
okay.
do we want to go one at a time and create a team, because they will be featured a little bit today.
Oh.
We're going to meet the corpse. The Corp here.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm thinking of mine.
Trying to think of.
I am going to add Snowstorm. He/him. Ice powers, obviously. That's all I got for him so far.
Yep, that's fine.
Just Snowstorm.
I have one. This is going to be Nova. It's going to be she, her. And she is going to be able to harness the power of the sun
Ooh.
on a much smaller scale.
It's a little sun. Harnessing the power of your child, Kevin.
Damn it, Kevin.
Why do your powers suck?
Kevin's a notoriously terrible superhero.
I have one. Red Dwarf, he, him. Manifests black holes.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Right?
Just a little black hole, just for a treat, to maybe suck the entire world into.
He's got control of them for now.
Does anyone have a good name for a teleportation shapeshifty person?
Blink.
Vector.
Blink with a QUE instead of a K.
Ooh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because I am French.
Blink.
Blink.
I am the
blink.
French teleporting superhero Blinkier.
Blink.
Magus.
All right.
I like that.
Magus.
Magus.
They them very
Magus.
Doctor Strange vibe, so very like illusionist and like
Ooh, I like it.
Mhm.
yeah.
Magic.
All right. So, the Alpha Core super teams, the Omegas, the world's primary corporate super team, will make an appearance tonight. Do we want to go over what had happened in the last session?
Absolutely.
What had happened previously?
We went to a party, and as we were mingling at the party, Solace was fighting Mecha Mask. I believe it was Issa who overheard it in her little head radio thingy that she had.
Mhm.
They have. We decided to join the fight because Mecha Mask was getting his ass kicked. We proceeded to fight while Ivy was drinking tequila the whole time and helping fight with a bottle of tequila.
I was helping.
You were helping, but
Bottle tequila's been parts of a lot of fights. Let's not disparage how much tequila is experienced as a fighter.
Obsidian caused some damage to Sandrew's house.
Look.
Johnny.
Look. What? First off, how dare you just blame me for the damage? That's how dare. Sorry, continue.
Wildfire belittled Mecha Mask, probably on a lot of TikTok lives.
Oh.
So, and I believe Aegis, or whatever our government agency is called, is coming to pick up Solace, and Ivy passed out coming out of the building, and that was the last thing we saw. Did I forget anything?
Well, we also do have Issa's crush, Marietta Wacker, was there and had someone talking to her that she wasn't particularly interested in. We also had Georgia Clark, old friend of Marrow's, who was there. We had the the lady in her 40s down the street, who asked, if you could ask him to keep it to like 10:30.
And Ivy obliged.
I'm gonna find ways to bring her back in. I haven't quite decided
Oh yeah,
yet.
she's my
But-
favorite character in this campaign so far. Absolutely.
Anything else that happened at the party that people remember? Another person or tutor.
Sorry, I stole that recap, guys. I've been wanting
No,
to give
it's-
this recap all week.
No,
No,
it's
you're
fine. I'm glad you got most of it. Oh, and Zaylin, I believe, is going to be going to school with us.
Oh, yeah.
and staying with Johnny now instead
staying with
of
Johnny, yeah.
Obsidian.
In my tiny little studio.
Apparently, there was a bed in the hex, and no one told me.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was a Murphy bed,
Zaylin was just standing in the corner each night, like
like a bat, just like
with their head just down, like
Johnny wrecked their world when Johnny goes, "You didn't sleep on the Murphy bed behind the bookshelf?"
Who put the Murphy bed behind a bookshelf?
Don't know.
I forgot to make a note of who it was that do we ever come up with a name for your drama teacher?
Greg.
Greg? Oh yeah, that's right, Greg. Just call me Greg, man.
D&D Greg.
he's going down. Greg is going down.
Yeah, God, I think like being a high school teacher, thinking of a high school teacher saying, "Call me by my first name," it's like there's so many red flags that just gets shot up.
Oh no, wait.
It's-
The drama teacher was Craig, and then I don't think we ever actually put a name on the stage manager.
Oh, the stage manager.
Well,
was
his
Craig?
name should be Greg.
I thought you were the stage manager.
Or yeah, but underneath it says Craig, stage manager under my NPCs, and I was like, I thought I was the stage manager. Who's this co-stage manager?
Oh no, Where does it say that?
Under there's like Craig, Aunt Carolyn, and Maeve.
Oh, Craig. Oh, yeah, that should be director, because I think we were talking about some other stuff at the time. Yeah, Craig was the director. And Mary and Stephen were the actors in the play who were maybe not so great.
Where are these?
Happened. Oh. All right. Anybody want to do anything with the end of the previous evening? You want to skip to that? Maybe y'all get together a little bit before going to school that Monday.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think
because that
we
was
should
on
do
Friday,
anything.
right? So
Yeah.
we got a whole weekend of.
Mm-hmm.
Did anything exciting happen when they took Solace away, or was that just kind of like standard? They came in, clipped them, and out they went.
Yeah, pretty standard. Came in, put the power cuffs on them, took Solace away.
Okay.
How active is our group chat over the weekend?
Let us know. It's up to you.
I'm vibing what people are.
I'm moving into Johnny's apartment, so I feel like there's gonna be some like chatter.
And also, we chatted a little bit today, I think, about getting Ivy at the school at least part-time, so we can have, like, if we've got the school as a place where people can intermingle, there's a lot of interesting stuff we can do, character-wise.
I
So
think
even if we get them there for like a half day,
Yeah,
that
that's
gives
what.
us an opportunity.
I think Johnny over the weekend is really just going to be hammering home how he's going to get Zaylin paperwork, identification, a social security number, and like into the school. Like that is, and moving them into his apartment. So it's kind of like a really busy weekend.
Are other people helping move?
They don't have much stuff. Multipass.
Multipass. We're gonna get you some sort of like document. Multipass.
I think Ivy wants to help, but Ivy's probably throwing up all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does the metabolism of a plant handle tequila?
Not well.
Like, are you sick for more days than just the day you drink? Like,
I
it's
think
all up
Ivy
to
actually
you.
starts sprouting agave like flowers or whatever. A little bit.
Flowers, they smell so bad though.
Oh, I don't want you all to hate me, but I never get hangovers. Not a one.
I used to not. Now I'm 30.
I earn them, but I've never had one.
I'm still trying to figure out how to get one. Well, I'll find it one day.
They seem like they suck.
They do, but
When I drank, they were the worst.
All right, so yeah, so let's see all you moving Zaylin in, and then Ivy. Just like, do y'all show up to help, and then Ivy doesn't show up?
I think we're all aware of where Ivy potentially is.
Yeah.
I mean, Ivy can still use their phone to text.
Yeah, I
the group.
think text the
But
group chat like, "Hey, Ivy."
She's
okay?"
probably just laying in bed with the
Ivy
TV.
literally can't pull herself together. She can't tighten up.
There's just a pile of vines.
Yeah.
they're just a lump of vines. Oh,
It's just
no.
like flopped out, like full size on their bed. Just like
Yeah, the door kind of opened up. Your mom, Carolyn's there. It says, Ivy.
hey mom.
Well, we heard. I mean, we saw the news. Congratulations on bringing in the vampire dude.
What?
So this was at a party you were at, right?
I don't what? What I'm sorry. I had like something happened last night. I can't remember.
Yeah, I've seen you come back from fights before, and then she turns on the light, and there's like one of those things. She actually moves a little bit towards it's like heading towards your eyes. She just goes, "Yeah, I've seen you come back before. You've never quite looked this bad. You want me to fix you up like maybe some eggs, something like a little bit greasy, something like that'll help?"
Yeah. Man, they must have hit me really hard if I can't remember anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my head hurts.
Yeah.
God.
Kind of just leans in quietly and goes, or perhaps I can still smell the tequila on you.
No. What? Ugh.
She grabs a wastebasket and holds it out.
Okay, yeah, I think it's coming back to me.
Yeah, I think it's about to come up out of you.
Yeah. You should leave.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Because you're a superhero does not mean you're old enough to drink yet.
I know. I'm sorry, Mom.
Okay. You need water or just like a bowl to put your fingers
Just give me a
in?
whole jar of Tums. Just a
Okay.
whole jar of them. Just all of them.
She goes, yeah, I'll also get some plant grow.
Yes. Give me some Miracle Grow while
Some
you're
Miracle
out
Grow. So she goes off, and you just sort of hear it, like outside. You can kind of hear Dad go. I mean, we drank when it wasn't the same, Davis. We weren't protecting people. He's like, okay, and they just kind of keep going. The rest of y'all get together to help move. Ivy's not shown up.
I think Issa sends into the group chat like, "Hey, Ivy, you good?"
Text back. Yeah, what happened last night?
Watch Sandra's TikTok.
She pops open TikTok and starts watching it. And
There are so many.
I think
videos.
their entire FYP at this point is just videos of them beating the shit out of Solace.
Yep,
And
it is on Twitter. It's a trending topic.
yeah, and then they text back and go, "Oh, we really kicked some ass."
And as I recall, towards like you were having a hard time keeping a human shape towards the end of that.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely shows you just like kind of like flopping all over the place with your various vines and other stuff.
Yeah. Are you all at Johnny's?
Yeah, we're helping Zaylin move in.
All right.
You need anything? You want me to drop something off on the way back?
No, I think my mom's gonna take care of it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Get you
I
a
wish
hot
I could
dog.
help. What?
Zaylin texts, we can get you a hot dog.
There's a garbled text that comes back, and then Ivy responds after that and says, "Sorry, I just threw up."
Now these are the best hot dogs. I bring them in the hot dog water still, so you
God.
pull it out. It's
I'm
like,
actually gonna throw up.
It's like lukewarm, and like when you bite into it, it's just slimy.
Question.
That makes me feel a little like.
Question,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yep.
So we can get past hot dog water.
Sorry.
When we're at the Hex, can Issa do like a little snoop around to see like if she can like spot any like things that are like out of the ordinary or find the bugs or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should not be a problem. Go ahead and they're on the other side because I print double-sided because I have a fancy printer. There we go.
Fancy printer.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Woohoo!
Who has a printer?
There-
I'm that millennial.
It's useful. Go ahead and make a roll of assess the situation.
Okay. What is my
Superior.
-1? Cool. This is great. This is fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Yeah. So no.
All right. Okay.
That is a 6.
Yeah, like it's one of the things where Zaylin had pointed out some of the places where they had seen them put up. So like you can kind of find them, but there's nothing else kind of beyond that. As you're looking through, things are relatively hidden. Perhaps there's something that got missed. You know where some are at, but you don't know where all of the rest of them are.
Yeah. Like I know one's in the light, and where would like the other? Because I think as they're moving, I think Issa's gonna go. oops and like swing something like she was carrying like at the light and probably break it and knock it down.
Okay.
Just to be like they catch like a oops. My bad.
I feel silly.
Oh, I'm just in a silly goofy mood. I'm so clumsy.
Yeah, like you break some of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you look on the front, I'm going to go ahead and place. You can also, as a reminder, you can ask for a kind of a personal scene with some of your NPCs. We've actually already had one. They kind of especially develop those. Ivy, if you want to take one of the purple swirly ones, these are going to be the retcon tokens, which you can use to say, oh yeah, this had happened. You can basically create a piece of history and give yourself a +1 to anything that had been done. Works kind of like a team token. And these other ones here are the team tokens. The one looks like a superhero, which I have stolen out of Spectaculars.
Nice.
So I'm sorry. What does the purple token do again?
That's the one that allows you to basically get a +1 on something if you can tie it into something that other supers have done. It's one of the ways we'll be able to kind of create on the fly information about the world. It's one of the cool things about the Spectaculars game. Spectaculars game, you're basically creating a like a comics company is how it ends up feeling, because in there you go through and actually go, oh, in issue 4 of this character's thing, this thing happened, and so I know we know about that. Here it's more helping kind of add some stuff to the history. So
Okay.
it'll let us fill in some stuff about hero stuff throughout the sessions.
Okay.
Right. There also is a team point that everyone automatically that goes to the team. We can add more there as necessary. Yeah, so as you're going through searching, you said you destroy the one in the lamp. There are a couple others. Do you want to get all the ones that Zalian had seen?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
just
And
to
it-
be like, oh, we're just shifting things around. Oh, I'm so clumsy. Oops. Oh no.
Yep, and a search through the rest. A search through the rest, like you think you've got them all, but you're not entirely certain.
Yeah. So
At which
as long
point,
as the
at which point, something that the heroes don't see, but y'all are going to know. We kind of cut to a place in Blake Industries where there's someone sort of watching. It's like it's amazing how she's hitting exactly the places where we put them. The one of the pieces look like we got made, like we did. And we cut back to our heroes at the Hex, packing up what little Zalian has.
and let me just
Or
clean this
Zaylen?
up, guys. Y'all go on without me. I'll meet you at Johnny's.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like she'll get a broom and like whatever once she finds the actual bug, she'll like actually like destroy the bug themselves and
Mhm.
like just sweep it up.
Damn, Obsidian, you're like really clumsy.
I know I don't know how I'm such a good fighter
Yeah.
with
But-
this.
But here in this kitchen, you're just
it's so small. I think it's just because it's just a tiny little kitchen.
yeah.
Nowhere to move.
Yeah, you're not used to that at all.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
We cut back to Mr. Oogie Boogie going, my bugs, my bugs.
My bugs.
I feel like that needs to be a villain now.
Mr. Oogie
Mr.
Boogie.
Oogie Boogie. Zaylen, do you have clothes for school when we start you?
I have a couple sweaters and I have my uniform and a couple pairs of jeans. That's about it.
I'll swing by and pick you up some extras. You know, it's always good to have doubles.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get Zaylen some clothing. And I
Do-
don't really shop for myself, so I can't shop for them.
Did the school have uniforms or is it like okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send a picture in the
Oh yeah, send
Oh,
a
the-
picture because
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know we had uniforms. That makes me so happy.
It's Rosewood Academy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Making uniforms is so much easier.
Often for the wealthy and the wealthy, the privileged, and a few other people.
Nice.
Oh, cute! I love that. But I think Issa usually wears pants instead of skirts. Just
Oh yeah,
'cause-
they have khakis.
yeah. Oh,
Oh.
khakis.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That's the only reason that Marrow's not wearing the khakis is because with the pale blue shirt, it makes you look like a fun Mormon.
Yeah, so I actually think Ethan's like, probably just in workout gear right now because she's probably gonna go work out after the move.
Yeah.
Plus, there's ways around the uniform. There's one girl who shows up every single day in regulation tan sweatpants. Because the code of conduct just says that your pants have to be a certain kind of tan.
I think Ethan's are like form-fitted like slacks.
Mm-hmm.
Zaylin, you don't have a lot of stuff, do you?
No,
Well, we're gonna
I mean,
fix that.
I mean, I came out of the box like 2 months ago.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get you a lot of stuff. Yes,
Okay,
you're gonna have
thank
stuff
you.
because you need stuff.
Why
Why?
do I
I
need
don't know.
stuff?
I don't know. You just do. Everybody has stuff.
I have
And
my
as-
records, and I have the player.
Well, good. We'll get you more records. We're gonna get you a thing called an MP3 player. You will love it.
Things sound better on vinyl.
That's true, but you can get more songs on the MP3 player for when you're
Steve.
not at home and can't carry the record player with you.
Steve, Zaylin has a phone. They probably have Spotify.
Shh, Johnny wants to buy.
Spotify doesn't have the hisses and
Yeah,
pops.
it's 2017. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
We did not establish any particular. Oh no, wait. We specifically established that I may or may not have lied about doing Oliver Twist.
Meat props. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was Oliver Twist. Yes.
Oh, it was Oliver Twist. I knew it was something.
Oh wait, was it Oliver Twist
Although-
we got last time?
I could
It
have
was.
I could have canonically been lying.
Here's the thing, I don't
funny.
actually know Oliver Twist. However, I do know because I've been in Sweeney Todd, and I think it's very funny if we've got Mary Butler and Stephen Butler, the actors you worked with, are Mrs. Lovett and Sweeney, but they're also brother and sister.
Yes, let's do it.
Ooh.
It's a small school. There are sacrifices that need to be made.
Wow.
Oof.
I was at an audition with them. I became good friends with them. I didn't know them at the time, but at auditions for Dracula, and they were this thing, and the two of them like kind of gave a very familiar kiss at one point. Like that's in an audition. We found out later on they're brother and sister. So thankfully they were not cast. They were not cast in that show, but I was in another show. But they didn't end up being like Nina and Jonathan in Dracula.
Knock on wood.
Oh, my love, my brother.
Zaylin, do you want the mattress?
From the hex.
Yeah, I just like pull on the bookshelf and pull the Murphy bed down.
I have king size beds in every one of my rooms.
All right, cool.
They
Why do
don't
you
need it.
have so many bedrooms? Why do you have so many bedrooms? I'm so curious.
I don't know. My parents rented it for me.
They don't live there?
No. Last I heard, my parents were in Germany
That's nice.
or something like that. Yeah. They've been there for
So-
about a year.
So you've been alone for a year?
I guess. Yeah, I don't live with anybody, and I see my parents like once a year. Since I was 5. I had a nanny till I was 14. Then once I turned 15, they were like, "You don't need her anymore."
Was she nice?
Sometimes when she wasn't drunk. But anyway, let's go.
Mario's just gonna ignore that entirely. Just like, well, we're gonna put that on the back burner.
Put a pin in that and just
We'll circle
address it
back.
later.
Circle back.
This is a good and normal situation that you're describing, Johnny, and you should not feel any which way about it.
I know.
It sounds doesn't sound worse than the box, but not by much.
Yeah. And as you know, my parents were famously murdered by a wizard.
Was
Did
it
we-
Magus?
Do we know that?
Yeah, both of them famously murdered by a wizard. And I told you this, Johnny, and then I went to bone magic school.
Oh, yes. I still don't believe that, but okay.
Sure.
You know how there's only 3 properties, and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Harry Potter. That's it.
And none of them probably know that your mother was terrified. That's
Starflame. Yeah, no, nobody knows. Well, I mean, I think people at school probably know Rosalind that, but even then, it's kind of
Hushed.
let's.
well,
You
would,
want
would
to?
even Rosalind let people know that Starflame was her mother?
I think it's one of those things that like people who were with me from like kinder. I feel like Rosewood is one of those like is like a K through 12.
Mhm.
Because I don't know, that's the only private. I went to private school for a very short period of time, and it was a K through 12. So I'm just like every private school is exactly the same.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyone who was like with me, who's like old school, who's been here the entire time, and didn't like move away or change schools. There's like a handful of people from that time who all know, but
Mhm.
they all kind of respect it enough to not be like, we don't want people coming up asking about your dead mom.
Dead
So-
mom. Dead
So
mom.
Johnny would know because he's been with you since kindergarten.
Oh, then yes.
So
Johnny would
Johnny
know.
would know that Rosalind's mom is Starflame, but Johnny does not know that Marrow is Rosalind yet. Okay.
There we go. Elaborate webs.
I'm still laughing about bone magic school.
Magic school.
Johnny probably definitely doesn't believe because like we were in kindergarten together. I'd have noticed if you left for bone magic school.
Well, no, he doesn't know Rosalind is Marrow.
Oh, true. That's right.
Yeah, so like Johnny is dumb. Like he should have figured it out by now that Rosalind and Marrow are the same person. He just hasn't.
It's like Rosalind goes out into the bathroom and comes back as Marrow, and you're like, Marrow, what are you doing in my apartment?
Why does it never mute? Literally, the biggest mosquito I've ever seen in my life just wandered in, and I was like, he's so slow, I can kill him. And then he was too smart for me.
I'm not concerned about a mosquito big enough to wander in. Like if a flying thing wanders in,
Motherfucker
that's-
knocked on the door and opened it up and walked right in.
Hey, just get some milk.
He's like the size of like a dollar coin. I don't know where he's hiding. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. So do y'all take Zaylen out shopping?
I thought Marrow was gonna just pick up stuff for Zaylin, but if Zaylin wants to go shopping, they can go with Marrow. Like, do you want to go
Okay.
shopping with Marrow?
Okay.
I'll get all your stuff. Issa and I'll get all your stuff.
Okay.
over.
Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
Just hand you the credit card. I'm like, buy whatever you want.
All right, Zaylin.
Marrow will explain how it works.
Okay.
We're going
Right.
to steal a bunch of uniforms, and then we're going to go pay a tailor. We're going to steal it slightly too big, and then we're going to go pay a tailor to take it in for you.
Okay. Awesome.
So are you stealing a whole bunch of stuff?
I don't know. Maybe. I think I'm going to walk. I think I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to use one of my powers that I don't get to use ever, which is basically I leave Zaylin outside and do my mild-mannered move.
Mm-hmm.
Which is I mean, if worst case scenario, I will use the credit card, but I basically just wander in and I'm like, hey, so there was a bit of an accident with the student council and they need some extra uniforms. Is that okay?
Yeah. Do you have the something from principal or someone about that?
I actually don't.
Make your mild mannered. You're used to tricking people. Plus, you're mundane.
Yeah. Come on, please. Okay, not bad. And with my good mundane, that is an 8.
All right. So are you to choose one? You're still under observation. You leave something incriminating behind, or you're forced to make a fool of yourself to sell it.
I will. I feel like a fool we must make.
Well, if we don't have the information from the principal, I can't just let you go ahead and take these. I mean, we might be able to send it to the school. Or, I might be able to call and see if there's someone who happens to be.
I mean, you couldn't do me this like little itty bitty favor, my mom was Starflame.
What?
Yeah, you remember she left behind. It's not just the asshole who's on TV. She left behind 2 living children. I don't really like to talk about it ever.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's probably why they trust you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, can you?
No, it's also probably why they keep it under wraps a little bit. It's kind of shameful.
Okay. Awesome. You look a little like her.
Thanks. I don't get it a lot because secrets.
Okay. Yeah. And it goes through and brings some stuff and goes, yeah. And then hands you a thing and just have them send this back to us to have us to reimburse us.
Got it.
And kind of turns and you take off.
Oh yeah.
All right, Zaylin, you're outside.
Did you get them? Awesome. I have clothes.
Not yet.
This is cool.
We got to go to a tailor first.
Okay, what's that?
It is a man or a woman who will take what it is, because nothing really fits perfectly,
This uniform fits perfectly. Henry made this for me.
But most things aren't made by Henry, so
Not good things.
yeah. So someone will attempt to match Henry a little bit.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Anybody want to do a particular scene, or do we want to cut to Monday?
Works for me.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
Monday's good.
We can cut.
All right, Monday morning, kind of as school's getting ready, first hour is happening, and we cut to the office. We've got Ivy and Zaylin in there, and one of the counselors kind of pops head up, goes, Ivy and Zaylin? Zaylin, hi. If you two want to come and join us. Kind of takes you in and goes, you two were at the party on Saturday or Friday night.
Yes, and we fought people.
We saw that. We have a few people here who were also, I mean, Johnny, of course. As I recall, everyone knows who Johnny is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he
my
doesn't
best
wear a
friend.
mask or anything.
Yeah. Johnny, of course. We also have him, Stocks, they call him. He calls himself that. It feels weird to call him that.
And Gammers.
Right now, we're trying not to talk too much. He was troubled. And Gammers is not his name. That's what people called him. I would rather not use that. Michael Gamelli was his name.
Okay.
Mr. Friction.
That was what he
Oh,
called
yeah,
himself.
That's right.
Thankfully, you two were both there to save him as well. Or to save the basketball team from him. So that's great. Like we love having you here. It should be much more boring than your previous experience with ourselves and students at our school has been.
Okay.
Right.
How boring.
Just regular school.
I've never been to school.
Oh,
It's not that great, Zaylin. Just we'll get through it.
So
Okay.
no papers from a previous. Have you been homeschooled your whole life, or?
Yes,
Johnny?
she has. Or they have been homeschooled their entire life. Yes.
Did Johnny get papers rounded up for Zaylin over the weekend?
Oh yeah, did you go ahead and do that?
Yeah, I said I was
All right.
trying
Oh,
to.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
then yes, I'm sure I've given Zaylin like all the paper. Like when they ask for papers, just give them this. Don't say anything. Just hand it to them.
I've already been done wrong.
All right.
Johnny said to just hand you this.
All right.
Just push the papers.
Oh, this is
for
good. This is
them.
good. And Ivy, you've got some from your parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they hand them
They,
forward.
they start kind of going through for a bit. Issa, why do you and Stephen Butler, who is Sweeney Todd right now in the fall musical, not get along?
Let me count the ways. He is a pompous actor asshole who thinks he's like, I'm gonna make it big. You just see it, and she's like, whatever. Like, just straight up looks at him, and she's like, if I wasn't, Lord, give me the strength to not kick this man's ass.
Unfortunately, Mr. Cahill has you partnered up with Stephen for
Chemistry?
Yep, for chemistry.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's kind of going through and like I don't think we ever. Are you one of the kids who he asks you? Because one of those things he never paid that much attention to you. You're just a pompous dick.
Yeah.
It just kind of gives a look and goes, "Are you one of those kids who got in here from like a scholarship? Are your parents well off, or are you one of them?"
I don't think it matters where the fuck I'm from, Steven.
Sorry, I am just trying to make some communication. That I was.
Is he holding? He's in our. We're all in the same room together, right?
I think
No,
in chemistry class. So
yeah,
this is different.
this is chemistry
Oh,
class.
I'm sorry. I thought we
Yeah.
were all okay.
No.
I think
I was gonna back my girl up.
And I was like, if you want to start conversation, maybe saying hello, my name is Steven, instead of just asking what side of the train tracks I'm on with your assumptions.
I apologize. I just didn't know if I did not know where you were from.
You could have just said, hey, are you from Philly or are you not?
Most of us are from. I mean, are you not from Philly? Most of us are from.
Do I sound like I'm from Philly?
So, have you been around here long?
A few months.
No. Because. Fine. I hope I didn't offend you.
No offense taken. I think she's like getting back to work. And are they question about the tables and like the chair situations they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like one of those like science tables where you're like at two tables and you're in like bar stools, or like
Yeah, it's basically it's like a long table and you've got like some stools there that you're sitting on.
I think she just wants to like lock her foot around one of his bar stools, just kick it back real fast, just to knock him out of his seat.
Okay, yeah, you want that to look like complete accident?
Yeah.
Roll your unleash your powers. Roll your freak.
All right, what's my freak? Help from my character sheet.
As soon as you
-1,
said he was
cool.
a pompous dick, I was like, oh my god, here we go.
6, 7, 8, 9. So that is an 8.
All right, 8 for unleash your powers. Yeah, describe like what happens to him, and then mark a condition for that.
I think he like it just like catches him completely off guard, and is like it looks like from what he's looking, he's like leaning into his seat, and she just helps it lean more so. So he actually falls and hits his head on the table and probably cuts it, which isn't great for an actor. But
We need him.
Mr. Cahill kind of like rushes over. You okay? There's like it's one of those things where like the head bleeds a lot.
yeah, it just gushes.
Yeah,
And I think she's like, oh, you got to be careful about leaning in your bar stool like that.
Yeah, the teacher goes immediately, kind of grabs it. There's a bag they've got for drills and stuff. Pulls out, like puts on the gloves, and then grabs some like a bandage and stuff. Goes over, goes, Issa, if you could call the front office, we need to just get the nurse up here,
of course,
and a janitor to take care of the blood.
Yeah, and she'll like go up and she'll be like, yeah, what's his last name again? Steven.
Steve Butler.
Mr. Butler fell in chemistry and hit his head, and now it's bleeding profusely. We need the nurse.
All right, I'll talk to the nurse and send her over.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I think she's gonna make insecure because like he's like questioning like even though she doesn't really like she knows she's pretty sure, but like how people view her, she's a little insecure about that. But because I was gonna say she's like guilty, but she doesn't feel guilty about this at all.
Johnny, I trying to remember. Did Sandrew, or rather, did you cause any damage at Sandrew's place?
I did not. I kept most of my carnage outside.
Yeah. Comes up to you sort of like between hours and goes, Johnny, Mr. Wildfire.
Sandrew, what's up, buddy?
I'm getting paid because of what you did. Like, I'm monetized. I've got so many views on what y'all did this weekend. Like, I heard a couple of your teammates coming to the school.
Absolutely. Ivy and Zaylin are starting today. Hopefully, Zaylin turned in their paperwork the way I told them to.
I mean, Amaro and Obsidian, they go here too? Your whole super team going here?
Marrow and Obsidian currently do not go here. We're trying to get them to come here, but currently they don't want to. Now, out of character, he knows Issa is Obsidian. Johnny just knows Issa doesn't want people to know that. So.
Johnny knows Issa would kick his ass if he just told people.
Yeah, he goes,
And he.
Sorry.
Yeah, so if we could get the other two here, the problem is I don't even know who Marrow is. Like, she keeps her identity to herself. We've never seen her without the outfit.
Mysterious.
Yeah, very.
You know, they're a friend of yours. She's a friend of yours. I shouldn't. I'm just saying, if you ever want, we could put a thing out on like online. There are some people who are really good at like tracking down who people are through like find like a mole on the face or something like really specific. Like we might. I don't know if it would show up, but that's a possibility.
Sandra, if you want to do that, that is your call. Keep my name out of it.
You're cool with it?
Keep my name out of it.
Oh, I feel like a detective.
If that's gonna make you happy and you think it's gonna get you more views, go for it. But like I said, I don't want to know who Marrow is until she decides to tell me. So don't tell me and keep me out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it on the down low. I got some people I can get a hold of. I tell you, there's some people on that app that can find anything about anybody.
Okay. Well, one of these days, I actually have to set up my TikTok so I can do some videos myself. But right now, I'm just kind of living. I'm kind of living vicariously through you.
Hey, man, it's time.
We are going to have a hype house.
We made Zaylin get a TikTok, and you don't have a TikTok, man.
No, Johnny doesn't. Like, he has literally just been so preoccupied with being in everybody else's that he has never started one himself.
All right, that's very Johnny.
Yeah.
This is so bad for Brandy because someone is going to make a fake TikTok of you and use it against you. You can
Tommaso
buy it back
probably
from
has
them.
one locked down already, and it's just
Oh,
waiting to go
true.
public with it.
Yeah, Tommaso has your username saved. You're okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Marrow,
Yes.
who is a teacher you like least?
Honestly, I don't want to say Mr. Cahill because we spent too much time with him already. But also, I don't know what kind of English teacher is our English teacher, because English is like such a hard subject to hate.
Oh, kids do. Believe me. You sometimes get the ones who are too passionate about what's going on that sometimes don't mix with the students well. Sometimes you have the ones getting the English because they can be very strict about things, and there are rules that you should follow, and these are the things that you should do, and you shouldn't be reading the crap manga that all of these kids are reading today will rot your mind.
It sounds like you're coming from a real specific place, Michael.
Actually, I'm going to be honest. I'm very lucky. We have not really had those people. But I joined some teacher Facebook groups and some other stuff, and that made me lose all sorts of hope in humanity.
Believe
So
it.
we have. I'm very happy with pretty much how our department's almost always been.
I think it's Mrs. Bingham, but not because of anything she does. I think there was an old English teacher who Rosalind really liked, and he retired, and now Mrs. Bingham is in charge, and it's just like, you're not Mr. Stormy. You'll never be Mr. Stormy.
Oh, she a first year?
Yeah, trying to teach me about Beowulf.
Oh, she's trying. It's such a rough thing to kind of come in. Yeah, so it gets into the class and goes, all right, Rosalind. Has Rosalind been paying attention to what's been being talked about?
Are they talking about Beowulf, or are they talking about Grendel?
Let's go with Beowulf. I have taught Beowulf. So has Rosalind been paying attention?
No, she only reads the part about Grendel's. No other parts of Beowulf.
Just goes, so Rosalind, why do you think that Beowulf insulted, and I can't remember his name, the other guy's name, during the feast before Grendel showed up?
Probably because he was like insecure because Grendel was coming, and he knows that Grendel is going to kick his ass.
Well, okay. First of all, we shouldn't use that language in class. Like I realize, I would sometimes say stuff like that, but we're not supposed to. What if the principal comes in? So, but have we seen anything from Beowulf that makes us think that he's insecure at all?
I mean,
Rosalind?
I guess not really.
Okay, if he hasn't been insecure, then what might the problem be?
Maybe he's angry.
Okay, does anybody else have anything kind of like heads on to somebody else? And there's a certain point you all start working kind of in groups, and Mrs. Bingham comes along and just let's kind of this down and goes, all right, so you like Grendel?
Yeah.
Have you read ahead of what we're doing?
I mean, yeah, I like the parts with Grendel.
Okay, that's cool. Grendel's only in a little bit of the thing, so I will ask you some of the questions when we get to Grendel. Okay, is that okay?
Sounds good.
All right. How are things? She has made you a project because it's clear.
Oh,
and a project. The fact that she's nervous and she's new, she's nervous, and she's trying to connect, but she's very clumsy about it because she hasn't done this stuff. Oh yeah, let's say you say if you want to be in this class, that's fine. I would just make a note that you two have English class together.
Okay. I was just curious if we just had classes together, like any of us overlapped at all.
Yeah, if you want to do that, we'll make a note under the teacher's name that you all have classes together. Anybody want
I think Issa can be in this English class. She's not great at English or any class, but
I know Johnny had an English class with Mrs. Bingham because I answered my phone last time in class, so I don't know if I'm in this class or not.
Oh god, this woman is dealing with all of our bullshit, isn't she?
Oh,
but
no.
If it makes it easier, we're in the same class.
Okay, so what happens at this point? This is essentially going to be y'all's homeroom. This is the one where everyone is going to be put into.
Oh.
And then she's kind of sitting there, and she gets up, and there's a knock at the door, and you see the principal. You may have a name they prefer for the principal.
Durwood Abbey.
Durwood Abbey.
What a name!
God,
What?
that is a principal's name.
That was my
name.
That was my principal in high school. No, his first name was Durwood. His last name was Abbey.
Oh my god! Who names their child Durwood? Was his family from a place where that doesn't get your ass kicked, or were they just cruel?
I feel like that's just.
Oh no!
A northern
Oh,
thing.
Oh God, Durwood.
I mean, to be fair, my high school principal had the same last name as me, which it's a fine last name. It's just not great for high schoolers.
Oh,
Dearwood
my-
Abbey.
Oh wait, how do you spell Durwood? Is it DRR?
DURWOD.
Wait, DU.
Oh my God.
Durwood.
Oh.
God,
Durwood Abbey.
That is a
ABBEY.
family
oh my
name I've
God,
ever heard
that
one.
poor kid.
Was his short name just Wood? Just called him
Woody.
Wood.
I don't know. I mean, he was the principal, so I didn't.
Mr.
I didn't
Abbey.
grow up with him.
Principal
Mr.
Wood.
Abbey.
He probably goes by his middle name.
The only reason I knew his name was Durwood is because one day his wife came into class mad at him. She's like, "Durwood, get in the hallway." Like, Durwood.
Oh no!
He
What
was
a
also
woman.
our history teacher.
Oh
And
my
he-
God.
his
that is-
wife
So
was
what
like-
school did you go to that the history teacher was also the principal?
My
Or did he
graduating
become
class.
the principal?
No, it was my graduating class was 10 people, so the principal actually taught a class.
I went to a Christian high school, and we had the physical education teacher also teaching Bible and science.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
he was not qualified for any of the three.
Not even
People
phys
in
ed.
your how big was the whole school?
There were 170 kids from K to 12.
Oh my God.
I had 2 job offers. One was at a school like that. There would have been, I think, 75 kids total. The other one was 4,000, Sarah?
Oh, it was mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I went to
Oh.
a school with 4,000 kids. For moving from small town Texas to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that was a culture shock.
I hear that like your graduating class was 10 people. And I'm like, mine was about 400.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
mine was like 670.
My school was
Jesus
so
Christ.
small, I knew every kid in the school's name from K through 12.
Me too.
Like
mine was
entire
400,
time I
but
was growing up.
my whole K through 12 was 400, but I knew everybody.
Yeah.
Well, my first year, as a teacher, I had a class. Now this is a school. Waukegan's like I think it was 4,000 kids in the high school,
Yeah.
and that's no freshmen. The freshmen had their own building,
Mm.
and there was 13 counselors, and one of them came to my room, asked a question, goes, "Wait a minute, can I see you in the hall for a second?" And popped out, and she just goes, "I can name a lot of those kids' first names, last names, and parents' phone numbers off the top of my head. How do you get anything done?" And I almost started crying, and I'm like, "Thank you, it's very hard." It's like,
Oh,
Do you remember which counselor it was? Because
I-
man,
I think is I never saw an adult. You remember where my room was? It was in the basement in the middle of nowhere. I would go a
Yeah.
week
Oh my
without seeing an
God.
adult. Like, I don't remember.
my school was so big. I story time. My 8th period was at one like of the west end of the building, at the very top floor, and I had to make it to his classroom at the east end of the building in the basement, and it took 10 solid minutes. It took the entire passing period to get there.
It was-
Mm.
Wait, were
Yeah.
you his student or his coworker?
His
Student.
student,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is in '99.
his first year teaching.
Aw,
Oh wow.
that
Aw.
is so cute.
God. Nice.
We have been friends for 20 years
Aw.
or more. Oh God.
Yeah.
Ours also used to take 15 minutes to get in between classes, but that was because it was just like we're all one big floor. Like you'd have to find certain routes outside the building and like swing around to like
This was
get
like
in time.
This was like Wayside School. Like it was just an insane maze of like ever growing additions onto this campus building. It's like insane.
Did you have a sea of portables?
No, we had
Uh,
none.
Thank
Although-
God, no.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, we had none. There was, however, I think a swimming pool that I don't know if was actually open down the hall from where I was at. I never saw it. Smell it when you walk by. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can
Oh,
always
the pool
smell
was
it.
open. The pool was definitely open. We had a bomb threat my freshman year during my gym class, and like a bunch of us had to leave in our swim clothes out in October in Illinois.
Because yeah, I would walk by the like a big door step, but I never actually saw it. I could just go past and.
Oh man.
Hilarious thing was for the plays, it was the biggest stage in North Chicago. So like I was like, how am I gonna do both these things? I realized we can put both full size sets on the stage, but there was like 4,000 seats in it. So no matter how many people showed up, it looked like a tiny little group of people, like in the darkness watching you.
Oh,
Peter was awesome though.
But yes, homeroom. I'm
All right.
guessing.
Durwood
Yeah.
Abbey.
Principal
Like,
Durwood.
Yeah, Durwood Abbey comes to the thing, and then like she goes to the door for a moment, and the two of you, Durwood Abbey, kind of goes and goes. This is Mrs. Bingham. She'll be both of your.
Thanks.
She kind of looks and she's just like, "Oh, you're going to school here?
Just for like 2 classes.
Oh, that's
I'm here the whole day.
okay. That's great. I was unaware of the new students." He's like,
I come forward, I take her hand, I shake it. I'm like, I am very excited to be here. I'm so happy.
Ivy uses
never-
that opportunity to like kind of slink around and like find
I
a
have
seat in the
never
back
been
of
to
the
school
classroom.
before, and I am so excited. And Johnny told me all about it, and I'm really thrilled to be here.
that,
Principal Durwood.
yeah, and she's just like staring at you with these big eyes. Like, that's great. I think we're reading Beowulf right now, and
That's what I'm so excited.
so yeah, all of you, like the two of you are out in the hall with Principal Durwood, Principal Abby, and then like the class erupts when Ivy slinks past and enters the classroom. Suddenly, you're at the party! Like you recognize some of the people from the party, maybe possibly Hazy. They at least know you. Oh my god! What is? Oh, is there a villain? Is there a super villain? What's going on? What's going on?
Ivy does not say a word and just like kind of like covers their eyes with like the leaves and hair that
I
she's
think-
growing.
I think as she's getting like super like out of it, I think Issa actually has a spot in the back because she's a cool kid and doesn't like sitting in the front. There's an empty spot next to her, and she's like,
Yeah, Ivy will like kind of like awkwardly and quietly like slink around the back and just like scoot into the back of into that seat and just like slide down in her chair and just like look around, like waiting for people to stop looking.
No, they're actually getting up out of their seats and kind of coming towards you.
and I think Issa's gonna. Okay, go ahead.
I was about to say I wanted to like pull a class president type move. Just like, everyone, let's chill out for a second. I know the teacher.
Wait. Can you wait on that?
Oh yeah.
For a
Okay.
moment.
Cool.
No, because I think there will be a much funnier place to put that. Yeah. So like, Zaylin, you hear the thing, and she looks kind of panicked, and she starts heading in. Like, are you still holding onto her hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's kind of like almost dragging you, and she's
Okay.
No, class. No, it's important that nobody's listening. It's important that we all just everyone is different and has different abilities.
Hi, Johnny.
And this is
I just point to the seat right next to me.
Yeah, literally
Zaylin, come
know
on.
what, because everyone's going nuts and like surrounding and can't hear anything. Rosalind, is this when you want to take control? I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
Daisy.
no,
Nope, you're not.
Hi, everyone. Let's calm down for a second. Yes, Ivy and Zaylin are here and they are superheroes, and there's nothing greater or more noble than being that. But they're also new students, and we need to, is this how you want Ivy and Zaylin to remember you? As a mob of people all trying to touch and ask questions, or as polite and calm new friends?
You are so cool.
Thank you. It's wonderful to meet you for the first time.
Cool.
Also,
We've never met.
Ivy recognizes your voice immediately, and it's just like, "Hey, Maro." I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can.
Oh, she's not an adult. It wouldn't matter if Maro's got a thing on you because you don't know that's Maro. Yeah. So the class just sort of like settles down a little bit, and then you look behind Miss Biggles like, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Rosalind. That is correct. All right. Well, we're gonna catch up a little bit on the thing, and you end up with some group work. Do you want to put like some of you together in like 2 groups or something, or do you have this whole stuff here, or do you want to skip to another thing that's going to be happening a little bit later?
Skip, I think.
Yeah. So there's one thing I want to do. Like as we're leaving for class, I think Issa's gonna look at Rosalind and be like, "That was a nice speech."
Thank Thank you.
I don't think we met. I'm Isadora. Isa for short.
Hi, Issa. It's great. I know you're new here, and usually we try to like, be as welcoming as possible. And I hope that people have been as welcoming as they can be to you. Do you have like they sometimes they set you up with like a buddy, which I know can feel like really gross. It's like, we're like almost adults, but
Oh, they didn't give me buddy, but if you want to show me around sometime, I would be down for that.
sure thing.
All
I think-
right.
I think she
all
gives her a
right.
wink and walks off.
Oh, we're winking. Wonderful.
Ivy is directly behind the two of you and just like kind of like smirks when they hear Issa say that, and then is like, those voices sound familiar, but
Say
Well,
less.
Ivy knows.
let's it kind of go.
You're in all my classes. Just come with me.
Yes. This was so cool. I have a uniform. I have a uniform that's not my uniform, but it's a uniform.
It's
excited.
it's your uniform now.
know. I'm really
I know.
excited.
It's
They
exciting.
wouldn't leave my scarf though. It's not part of the uniform. It's a little unnerving, but it's fine.
They wouldn't let you wear your scarf.
Yeah, the scarf Henry gave me, they wouldn't let me wear it because it's not part of the uniform.
We'll get you one that's part of the uniform.
No. It's not the scarf. It's Henry's scarf that he gave me.
Ah, well, you can keep it in your bag and then it's with you.
Yes. Good call. Good call.
Okay. Let's go to our next class before the bell
Yes.
rings.
Do some group work for a bit. Like bell rings, people kind of go off to their next classes. We're talking with Issa before we bring everyone else together. Issa, when you go into PE, as of yet, there aren't like the coach actually goes, "We're not gonna have people change. We got something going on here in a little bit," and they're actually setting up the gymnasium. Like they're bringing out the bleachers, and they're going through and like you see some people going through and setting up some sound system. We've got something coming up here in just a little bit, but you all, what's the PE coach's name?
Hewitt.
All right.
Coach Hewitt.
Coach Hewitt. It was my swim coach.
Okay. And just goes, but we have got ourselves a bit of a preview on what's going to happen. And then you see Reflex, one of the Omegas, kind of comes out from behind like where the bleachers are, walks over towards where, and like everyone else there starts going nuts because now here is like real superheroes. He's like, "Hi, the Omegas were coming here today to kind of have a talk with some people at the school. We just want all of you to know that had a couple different supervillains show up recently in and around your school, and that can be scary. It can be strange. But the Omegas and Alpha Corp want you to know that we're here to protect you. That we want everything to be okay. And you know what? I can even show you like a little bit of self-defense today, just like in case a supervillain or something happens to happen. The best thing to do is run because save it for people like us. But I might be able to show you a thing or two while we're getting everything set up." And Coach Hewitt goes, "Oh, do we have any volunteers?"
Shouldn't we be getting dressed for this, or do you want us to ruin our uniforms while doing this?
He goes, "Oh no, it's gonna be a small thing. It won't ruin any uniforms. We're not gonna be able to get dressed because soon the whole school's gonna be."
I don't think she's gonna like offer her hand, but maybe he calls on her because she's the one that spoke up.
Okay. Yeah, he just goes, Issa, do you wanna? I mean, Issa is one of our best athletes.
I mean, I'm not the best. I just that's thanks, coach. She gives him like a sort of look, like thanks, fucker, like sort of smile.
Yeah, Reflex kind of
Yeah.
smiles and goes, "You know, Coach Hewitt has got a good eye for athleticism. You're one of the best. Own it." You think that I sit back and wonder if I'm good at it?
I mean, like, I might be good at sports, but like, I'm not. And she's like playing with her hair. I'm just not that good with fighting. I'm not. You know.
Come up.
Okay.
Now, I want you to try to hit me. Guarantee you. Here, no matter what you do, I'll guarantee you you're not going to hit me. Not your fault. No matter how good you are, I have powers that help.
Oh God. She just wants to prove her wrong, but at the same time doesn't want to show off and call herself out. Oh no. Oh, what does she do? Is she that much of an ego, like a narcissist, like egotist? Be like, I'm gonna show up my, or she's like, no, I'm gonna preserve myself. Oh God.
I think she's a hothead enough that yes, she
Yeah.
would try.
I think she's just gonna just give one good, like a good like pop. Like she's like talking like, oh yeah, you won't be able to hit me, and then all of a sudden, just like a quick like jab.
Go ahead and make your directly engage a threat roll. Roll
Okay.
plus danger, just to see sort of like if you catch.
What was my danger again? Was that a -1? I think it was. Why is my danger a -1? Oh no, it's a +1. Okay, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. Do you actually in this one, do you actually want to make contact here or not?
I think I do.
All right.
Like it's actually just a straight throat jab. Like it's just like a.
Yeah, she's like, and she managed to kind of like catch it, but there's just this moment where it comes close, and
Yeah,
then
it's like it's just like right there.
yeah, and then she goes to a couple feints towards you. Do you respond or what do you do?
I think yeah, I think just because it's just reflex for
Mhm.
Issa at this point. Yeah, she'll definitely like parry and block and all
Yeah,
that.
and there's just this moment where she just goes, kind of holds her hand up and goes, "Coach Hewitt did not lie. That was awesome." So, and then goes, "Issa, are you okay if we go through just a quick combination? I'll show them what to do if someone
Oh
happens to
yeah,
grab them."
I have brothers, so like that's the only reason why like I know how to fight. Like I have 6 brothers, so
All right, like she takes you through and shows sort of a thing, and
all older.
yeah, while that's going on, there's like the bell kind of goes off, and it's like, this is Principal Durwood. If we could have all classes come down to the gym, we have a special, we have a special emergency. Uh, why the word?
Pep rally?
Not pep rally.
Assembly?
Assembly. God, we don't have them that often. So I was like,
The War of the Special Forces.
yeah,
Principal Abby's like, what is that word again? I should have wrote down my notes.
we haven't had one in a year and a half because of COVID. So I'm like not remembering. And people are starting to come, and she's like, "Hey!" And other people kind of grab the stuff, and like you feel a hand on your shoulder, and Reflex just sort of leans in and just smile and goes, "Pretty good."
Like I said, I have brothers.
Did you actually get to punch Solace?
What did the video say?
No, I'm asking you from last time.
You're asking, yeah.
Yeah, this
oh
is
yeah.
me asking.
Oh yeah, she knocked the snot out of Solace, but I think it was actually more. Yeah, she punched him. I think.
Yeah, and she
Couple kicks. Yeah.
just smiles and goes, "Can't imagine either Solace or was
Yeah.
played that very." It just she kind of just gives you a wink.
I think she just smirks at her and like just does
Shit.
one of these and then like keeps walking.
And then she just kind of quickly goes, "I did the same thing when I was your age."
I like her.
And soon, it like everyone kind of like comes into the gym, and there's a thing where you've got like a bunch of people kind of coming in, and very quickly, Johnny, Zaylin, and Ivy are kind of pulled to the side. It's like some of the actual Corp heroes kind of, "Hey, we saw you." They like to come and talk to you for a bit while everyone else is sort of coming in. Mero, did you talk to Georgia, or did you just see her last time?
I did not talk to her.
Okay. We did not have a scene with Georgia, did we?
No, it was just mentioned offhand.
So Georgia ends up just sort of like sitting near you in the thing and just sort of looks and goes, "Hi, Rosalind."
Hey, Clark. How you doing?
Good. Did you used to call her Clark, or is this a little more distant than what it used to be?
I think I used to because I was trying to think of like a fun nickname, and then I was like, I don't know what children call each other.
Yeah, she's had like a little bit of a smile for a moment and goes, not bad. You weren't at the party, were you?
I wasn't. I had after school trash practice.
Trash practice.
Why do I keep forgetting the word?
No,
Community service. You know me. I always call it trash practice.
That's what it's called canonically in this world. It is
It's
called trash practice.
You know,
Hey, I want to say I have trash practice.
She goes,
this is legit. Why?
like, Johnny and like those new kids? I mean, you had to have seen the videos, right?
Of course, they're all over TikTok.
My God, like, it was so, I was there and I saw it. And there's this one, like, got bones and everything that just was amazing.
Well, I'm glad that you stayed safe, because it's like my aunt is always telling me, you don't want to be a bystander and a victim of circumstance.
Did she know that your aunt used to put you through courses?
Probably. I feel like there weren't fun sleepovers at my house.
Yeah, she just kind of looks back as she's still trying to.
I mean, not so much anymore.
Anything happen? Did you? Is that something you used to want to happen, or?
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
No.
Just kind of like takes a moment and goes, it's been a while since we've hung out.
It has been. Do you want to kind of swing by the juice bar after school?
Yeah.
I have a shift, but I can get you my employee discount plus a little extra.
Oh, something to use you for. Great.
Get a malt.
At a juice bar? They have that?
No, I was making a joke about the 50s.
Oh.
Just ignore
I
me.
get a milkshake.
Oh, wait,
Just
yeah,
let me-
the juice bar.
I thought maybe malts had like a property that I didn't know. Health property.
So, Johnny, Zaylin, and Ivy, you got like Snowstorm and Red Dwarf. Are there like Nova's sort of like talking with the sound person about some stuff, and just like liked your work?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Something the three of you looking at making like a career out of?
Absolutely. Well, I am for sure.
I don't really have that many other options.
I don't know.
Oh, we never came up with a name for the school, did we? The military academy that Alpha Corp has.
No, we
Um,
didn't.
Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy.
Oh no!
Alpha Academy.
Oh,
Just, well, if you're interested, the Alpha Academy is always looking for young people with powers and the willingness to do something about it. Because you know what? We live in a world that makes money as superheroes.
Yeah.
Don't you want to do it because people are trying to hurt people?
You know what? We get to help people. Snowstorm is like, yeah, we get to help. We get to save people, and like the amount of love and like the way people respect you when you do this, that stuff's great. But you know what? Why not put a little bit in your pocket while you're doing the same thing? We're saving people, baby. Firefighters don't do it for volunteer.
Some do.
And he looks crestfallen for a second. He goes, not the good ones.
I would say that they're the better ones.
they don't have the time to train. They don't have the money and the equipment because they're working other jobs. They go up and they do that like in the nighttime, and they go home. They're exhausted the next day. They come in. You know what? I don't worry about being exhausted the next day because my job is saving people's lives. And
Don't
showing
you
up at
get
premieres.
don't you get tired of wearing that Snapple patch on your outfit?
Make a note of the Snapple patch. Big into the corpse. Goes, you know what? I get it. I understand. I was young too, and I used to think, hey man, I don't want to be one of those people that's, repping other companies. But you know what, Snapple teach. You ever had a Snapple and looked up? It tells you facts that you didn't know previously. They are an educational outlet.
You know, not all Snapple facts are real, just like not all heroes are moral.
Oh, Ivy, Ivy,
It's
Ivy,
just-
we're talking to the premier hero team right
We're
now.
trying to network.
We are a young hero team. We shouldn't be trying to piss them off right now. We
Yeah,
can
just-
save our morality for the future when we're in their position.
Hold on, hold on. As soon as Johnny says that, Ivy just kind of shrugs and says, "All right," and then she pulls out a Snapple and starts.
And he just goes, hey, wait. 2 things. How cold do you like it?
It's fine the way it is.
Read us the fact. Imbue us with knowledge. Is there a Snapple fact generator? I'm gonna bet money there is.
Go to Mental Floss. There's an amazing fact generator.
I was gonna say an insult, but
Oh, yo, say it.
Say the insult.
I was gonna say weird. It says snowstorm isn't shit.
At which point, Red Dwarf kind of puts a hand on the storm and goes, "All right, Johnny, Wildfire, you understand. Here's the thing. I get it. I used to be like you. You're not a liberal when you're young. You got no heart. But if you don't change when you get older, you got no brain."
I don't like you.
Zaylen, it's fine.
The young-
No,
Johnny, are you for real right now?
Listen,
This
we
guy
ca-
sounds like a car salesman.
listen. They're paid to do this. They care about
like
their
you.
hero work. They care about saving people. They're not allowed to say that. They're being paid to
They're
not
not
say
allowed
that.
to say they
Why-
care about saving people.
Nova, why are you not allowed to tell people that you like saving people? I don't.
Are you-
Isn't that your job?
Are you actually like you have Snowstorm and Red Dwarf there?
Oh, I'm sorry, Red Dwarf. I was talking to Red
Yeah.
Dwarf.
Yeah, Red Dwarf goes, "Hey, I like saving people. That part's great, but making the money and going to the premieres and doing all the other stuff, that's great too. Saving people's like
This is not the
icing on
world
cake."
Henry Blake wanted for you guys.
Yeah, but Henry Blake's dead.
At this point, Johnny just kind of like grabs Zaylen's hand.
I
like-
I have a feeling Zaylen. I think it makes sense maybe to give you angry
Yeah,
as a condition.
yeah.
Johnny, is this you want to be you want to be a car salesman for superheroes? Is that
You
your
actually
that's
care
your
about
dream?
saving people, right?
Yes, I care about saving people. I
More
care
than
about work.
money.
Yes, more than money, but I need money to survive as well. So
I
we
I
need
mean,
both.
my parents do all right.
Do,
do
do
either
not
of you
turn into those guys.
do either of you have does anybody have influence on Johnny?
I do.
Zaylen is the only one who has influence on me.
Yeah, there's a
Not-
possibility if one of y'all want to, you could actually like shift his labels.
Not turn into those guys. They are bad people.
Of the labels, which one represents like anti-consumerism?
I mean, probably Savior.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. What's your savior at right now?
A 0.
Move it 1, please.
Okay. What am
So
I
the-
shifting down?
You shift down. I would shift down superior.
Superior down 1.
Let me double check real quick. So so at this point, this would have you surrender your influence if you want to do that. But you could, well, no, they tell you how the world works. Yeah, you can shift those. Johnny, do you want to try to reject the influence, or do you want to keep?
With Zaylen, Johnny isn't gonna reject it. He's just gonna. I'm not gonna turn out like them, Zaylen. Don't worry.
You're a good person.
I'm trying to be. I won't turn out like them. we're gonna be different.
Henry's not dead. No, he's not.
Okay.
He's not dead. He's there. He's in the rift. He's not dead.
Okay.
He's not.
While they're doing that, Ivy's gonna be like, so do we get like some kind of compensation for our time, or
Yeah, he just kind of goes, "It's a school assembly, kid." Like, wait, Johnny, do you have one that shifted up, or rather shifted down?
Yeah, I moved Superior down 1 and Savior up 1.
Okay, so both are +1.
Yep.
All right. At which point you kind of hear Nova go, "Kaboom, kaboom." All right, what's it? Hold it for a moment. All right. Hi, we're the Omegas. She sort of steps out on the stage. The thing sort of quiets down. And do we want to take like a bio break?
Yes.
All right. Do we want to go, what, 5-10 minutes?
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Why don't we take 10?
yeah, let's do
Okay.
10.
All right, we're going to take 10. We'll be back with y'all in just a little bit, and I'll switch us over. Audio. All right, we are back. So, Nova's speech is essentially like, do this. It's like if anybody's, it goes into this thing. If anybody's afraid, if anybody, blah 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 blah. It's sort of like this. There's a couple like, it's very clear that they've spoken at schools before where there have been like supervillains occur. There's a lot of like heartfelt stuff, and then there becomes like some demonstration of powers, and then there's like some opportunity to sort of meet and greet the supers, the omegas, as people are sort of kind of milling about. With a couple.
Issa's just gonna sneak out if there's like people to block.
Okay. Yeah, as you sneak out, are you just like heading into the hallways and stuff, or heading home or something?
Probably heading into the hallways.
Okay. Not too long, you kind of hear behind you and goes, Issa. And Reflex is back there, sort of walks up.
Oh, hey. Don't you have fans to sign children with? I don't know.
I don't
what
have
I'll do.
fans to sign children with.
She's like,
What?
does he sign shirts or kiss babies or something? I
Don't
don't
you have
know.
some babies to sign?
I'm imagining Reflex using a fan to sign a child.
There were flames in the end. Yeah, she's like, I don't have the flashy power. Mine are very useful in knowing what to do against like an enemy. But I'm guessing from those hits, you're not superpowered.
Yeah.
Just kind of smiles and goes, what I'm going to suggest in the future? Something like that were to happen and you want to keep that a secret? Don't volunteer. Don't volunteer two.
I didn't volunteer.
Yeah,
I
well,
got voluntold.
Yeah, voluntold. She goes, that's
Voluntold.
correct. But don't actually go all out.
Okay, so the thing about me, Reflex, is that when I get challenged to do something, I'm gonna do it. And I was thinking about taking it easy on you, but you egged me on, and therefore I could not.
She sort of smiles and goes, all right, then if you're going to commit, being the baddest ass you can be the badass all the time. Nobody questions it.
What is she moving my labels to?
Gonna bring your mundane down and your superior up.
Oof.
Are
My
you
superior up.
resisting?
No, not resisting. I will take that. Superior though, really? Okay.
Because you gotta hold the fact that you are better than other, or at least worthy of this. And she just sort of smiles and goes, "Listen, good luck to you. Remember, we sometimes scout. Keep it up.
I don't want the money
Money's
or the
not-
Snapple patch.
she kind of looks at it. She goes, "The money's nice. We get to help people. You got to deal with some assholes, but
I'd rather help people on my own terms, not behind some corporate logo.
I get that. It is easier though when someone's paying your bills.
I got my ways.
Sure you do. All right. Good luck, Issa. It was nice to have met you." And then she kind of heads back in, and for those of you inside, nobody even really noticed Reflex going because Reflex has got the least interesting of the various powers, and such. Wildfire. At one point, Red Dwarf kind of takes you aside and goes, kind of looks at people, and goes, "Like my man and I are going to work on a little showing of powers here in a moment. You want to step in the hall?"
Absolutely.
Kind of gets out there and just goes, "Got your head on straight. Now, the people that you're with, they don't get it yet. You're doing all the right stuff. What do you want? What is it you want to do?"
I want to get signed so I don't have to rely on my parents anymore.
You want to get your own life in front of you.
Absolutely.
You want to stand on your feet like a man.
Absolutely.
It claps you on the shoulder and goes, you're too young right now for like a corp gig necessarily, but it's this thing I can see in the future for you if that's what you want, if that's what you're interested in. It seems like you, unlike the rest of them, you got your eye on the prize. You're trying to happen, and that hustle's gonna get you far.
Okay. How did you get into it?
Well, the powers help, but then what I decided is, well, I got brought in essentially too much of a scientist because what if my powers go too wrong, I could theoretically destroy the Earth.
Okay.
And it kind of like pulls up his thing. You actually see there's some power dampeners that are kind of part of like kind of up on the brace and stuff. He goes, takes the edge off a little bit, make sure that I can't open things up as much as I can. But through there, got a lot of control, worked really hard, learned how to use it in a way that would actually help with superheroing, and said, "Hey, you're forming up these teams. I'm already here being experimented with, and them getting to know what my powers are. I think I'm a good get." And I got to know those scientists. I got to know the recruiters that would sometimes come down to check people out, and I made sure they noticed me.
Well, I'm trying to make myself noticeable.
The big thing to realize, though, the benefit you've got, even though you're a superhero, you got that down to earth thing. Like, you're a little full of yourself, you're a little cocky, but that's awesome. People love that because you are doing great. But remember that edge sometimes, a little bit of that edge. Corp likes someone who can, talk to people one on one. I think you can do that.
Is this because of the Mecha Mask incident?
People love who Mecha Mask used to be. I just gotta say, what you gotta do is, know who the people like and who the people love. Because Mecha Mask was in a bad way. He used to be a hero and he's past his prime. You're not wrong on what you said. Keep your feet a little more grounded, okay?
I can't make any promises, but I'll definitely try.
All right, now let's get some flame up there, and I'll catch it with black holes. We'll go in and show them.
Okay.
All right, he's trying to bring your freak down and mundane up.
Freak down. All right. Mundane up. I'm gonna say I'll let that happen. This is like one of Johnny's first interaction, his second technically because he talked to them before, but it's his first interaction with a corporate hero.
Mhm.
So outside of like Mecha Mask, but that was just trying to show who he was. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this guy right now. So head back in to do a little demonstration of powers.
All right. Inside, let's pop over with let's go Zaylin. Miss Bingham makes her way kind of over to you at one point, and everyone kind of, and she's like people are sort of talking to you and such too, and you kind of notice her at one point just sort of standing kind of near your shoulder, being fairly quiet. Hi, Zaylin. I didn't get much of a chance. I was ambushed with all of you coming in today, and the class was, we were trying to go through, and I just want to say you were so nice when you came in.
I'm supposed to be nice. That's what you have to be.
Yeah. And remind me, what did you do against Solace the other day?
I had one of my newborn powers is Mind of Their Own. I can manifest like a weird power out of nowhere, and I did a psychic attack on him, so you can get a jump on him.
Yeah. And she's like, I had looked. You are so sweet. What? Oh, did it freeze up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back. She goes, I'm gonna be honest. I saw those videos and it scared me a little bit. But you're so nice and wonderful. Let me just double check. You're so nice and wonderful, and like really it's so fantastic because Johnny is a good guy, but Johnny is Johnny's Johnny.
Johnny's my friend.
Yeah, and like I said, he's a
good guy. He is.
Yes, he's not always the nicest, but he's good.
Nice to me.
You know what? You should help him. I think your influence could ground him a little bit.
I just want to help people. And I want to help people on my team.
All right. She kind of smiles, and she just kind of like takes your hand a little bit and goes, "That's so great to hear." She's trying to bring your freak down and your mundane up. Are you resisting or are you allowing?
I'm resisting because I don't necessarily like how she's talking about Johnny.
Mm-hmm. Make just a plain 2d6 roll.
All right, 1 second. Let me open my phone up.
Plus, mundane is so mundane.
Oh, that failed. It's a 4.
A 4. Okay. Yeah, so in the miss, it hits you kind of hard. Mark a condition and go ahead and take your freak down and your mundane up, and then then give yourself a condition.
I think I'm gonna mark insecure.
Okay.
And said freak down, mundane up.
Yep. And Ivy and Rosalind, what are you two doing while all of the people are starting to kind of gather in for these, to talk to some of the individual heroes and such? A few people are using this opportunity to kind of head home, but there's a lot of people interested in just, meeting the heroes.
Ivy has kind of no interest in this at all.
Mm-hmm.
They will probably look for a spot towards the back to just kind of slink away as soon as the assembly is over.
Yeah.
Can I talk to Ivy?
Yeah.
They are not hard to miss.
Ivy, right?
Yeah. Hey.
We're in homeroom together. It's Mrs. Bingham. She's fine.
I remember your speech.
Yeah. I remember in my speech I mentioned how much I hate Mrs. Bingham.
She laughs a little bit.
Yeah, she's a nice teacher, but I miss. I really was excited to have Mr. Starmy. He was kind of like a legend, and just to have him retire right as I was getting in, and to have some newbie. I've been kind of a pain in her class, and she has no idea. It's almost like gaslighting, because other teachers, I'm just a delight, and then I come into her class and it's just all. Anyway, so you don't want to be noticed, right?
I mean, I prefer not to be.
Hot tip. The back is where people look all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
If you want to be not noticed, you got to stay in the middle.
Yeah, it's probably true. Do you
at which point you hear someone goes, "Yeah, give me just a moment. I'll talk to my friend here." And Snowstorm detaches himself from a group and is walking your way.
Oh God, this idiot. Do you want to go? Do you want to go somewhere else? And Ivy's desperately looking for an exit.
I mean, if you'd like to leave the situation, then I'll gladly accompany you.
Yeah, I really don't like that guy. He gives me a chill. And then
well, I should hope so.
They will look for an exit and try and make it to the exit.
All right, you are trying to kind of haul ass, and I assume Rosalind, you're going with.
Yeah, I'm not helping though. I'm not hindering, but I'm not helping.
Yeah, he's kind of let's in this case are as you kind of head towards the exit. He's beelining straight for you. Either you do anything to try to shake him, like you're able to get out the door first, but he is making his way. He goes, you hear him go, "Wait a sec, wait up."
I don't think Ivy's got the gumption, I guess, to actually be like, "No, fuck you." It's kind of they're kind of more just like, I don't really want to deal with this, but if he
First
calls
day
my
of school.
name and tells me to stop, I'm probably going to.
Yeah, didn't
know?
say your name yet, but just were like, hey, hold up.
Yeah.
Does that make Ivy stop?
I think because she knows that he's talking to her, yes, they will stop and be like, oh, yeah, what? Yeah. And
Yeah.
like kind of turn around.
And is Rosalind sitting there with Ivy?
Oh yeah.
Just kind of walks up and kind of looks at both of you and goes, hey, Snowstorm. You are? This is to Rosalind.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, I literally.
Yeah, comes up, like, looks at Ivy and then goes, Snowstorm, you are?
Rosalind Winters. Wonderful to meet you.
Winters. Hey. Yeah, Winters, Snowstorm. Yeah.
Yes, it's quite humorous.
Okay. Yeah, he just goes, all right, so,
Should have been a stand-up comedian.
look. This kind of shit ain't gonna fucking work for you at all. Then what do you think? You're just gonna be able to go out and just help people all the time? Do you have any idea how much fucking good we're able to do? You sitting here trying to judge us?
Mr. Storm,
What?
I understand that you're the adult in this situation, but it is Ivy's first day of school, and I would like them to have a pleasant experience here at Rosewood.
Oh, it's your first day, Ivy? And then he kind of like just turns back. Your first day?
You've made it very wonderful.
just
We're gonna have to get you some ice cream after.
just kind of laughs and goes, you know what? And then kind of looks you in the eye, then turns to Rosalind and sort of looks you in the eye. You know, the two of you, you know who I would be more afraid of? Not you. Want to be a superhero. Her? She doesn't give a fuck.
Wait, which is he pointing at?
Oh, Rosalind is the one that doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're sitting there quiet because you know you did shit you shouldn't have done. You said shit you shouldn't have done. But her? Rosalind Winters? Well, you're just sitting there like, I don't matter. You, I fucking matter too. She's more dangerous than you are. You should get that through your fucking head.
She is probably gonna cry.
Oh! Does Ivy start crying?
I think so. I think that really made them feel like nothing.
Oh man, yells at Teen Plant.
Like this is like her. She's in school for the first time. They don't know anyone, and they're projecting a lot to try and like make themselves feel like they can make it through, because this is the first time they've really been in school since she like became this.
Oh my god.
And I think when Snowstorm says that shit, she just starts crying.
Yeah, so Storm just goes crying and then turns to Rosalind and go, that's your friend? Try to make sure they get a little bit of your fire in them, or that shit ain't gonna work. And he turns on his heel and walks away.
Murder him.
I wish Issa was there so badly.
I know you do, Mo. You're sitting there like, how can I make Issa be in this scene right now?
How can she hear this?
Right now, let me know if you're resisting. Ivy,
no, I don't think so at all.
Freak down, mundane up. With Marrow, mundane down, freak up.
All right. I guess I won't resist it.
Okay.
I cannot take another condition right now.
I think that as he walks away, Ivy is going to express an intense amount of anger on their face. As like tears are kind of coming down her face, she's going to like look like she's going to hurt someone. And I think in doing that, both of her arms just like completely loosen and kind of like fall to the ground. And then they realize that happened and just kind of like tangle them all up again and just like run out the door.
All right, is this something you want other members of the group besides Marrow to see?
Yes, I think that it's like one of those things where like I think other people around may have been like, oh my god, like what?
Yeah.
And then Ivy starts crying, and in that like intense moment of sadness and anger, they lose control of her ability to like constrict herself,
Hmm.
and she just like bundles it up and runs out the door like sobbing.
So, Mara, are you or Rosalind? Are you following?
Oh yeah, I was gonna follow.
Okay, so everyone else in the moment, you will have noticed this as well, because it'll be a fun thing. We get the team together without anyone but Rosalind realizing it's the full team, possibly. If people go after Ivy.
Yeah, I think Issa's still in like the hallway, just sort of like waiting for people.
Okay.
And then sees Ivy running out, and she's like, "The fuck just happened?" Starts like running after her.
Yeah. Then Rosalind is. So Ivy, where do you go?
Did
Um,
Johnny hear this, or was this while he was?
I think you probably saw because other people noticed. Not just other people noticed the snowstorm was had kind of popped away from people, and then seemed real like was being like from a distance you could tell he was being a dick to Ivy. And when walked away and Ivy started crying, like a lot of people noticed that.
Ivy does not know really where they are. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, they have a general idea, but it's not. This isn't their school.
Yeah.
And it's probably because it's a nicer school. It's probably not in the neighborhood that they live in. So I think she's going to just kind of run out the school and just start running down the block. Like,
How fast is she?
like
Like, how fast is she?
probably, I'm gonna say they could probably get pretty fast.
Yeah.
But
She
I
probably
don't
becomes
think-
like a rolling like Bramblewood.
yeah,
at
it's just
some
like a
point.
tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Roll it down the-
Yeah, I would
And I
say
think- I
Rosalind,
think
you're,
Issa's trying to keep up, and she's like, "Ivy, slow down."
and Mary, you're not going to be far behind Ivy. So what are you doing? Like you say you see Rosalind also running after her. I guess like Rosalind, what are you doing while Issa's rolling out?
I guess just going at a dead sprint, trying to keep up with Ivy. I was gonna try to do damage control, but then we kind of got past that.
So Johnny and I are in the same like location. Are we all in the auditorium still when this happens?
Yeah. And I would say there's a bunch of people around, and Johnny right now is doing some stuff with Red Dwarf. Yeah, you would have
And-
seen it because other people would have noticed too.
If as soon as I see that, as soon as I see like Ivy leave and then Meryl bolt and then Issa bolt, I'm bolting after them.
Issa's already out of the area, so like she was already in the hallway when this happened.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as I see Ivy bolt out.
Is this after the demonstration of powers?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
been some demonstration. You've shown him like sucking in some of the fire from the black holes.
Johnny kind of sees all that, and he just kind of slowly strolls up the snowstorm, looks him dead in the eyes, and goes, "I am going to replace you one day," and just
Ooh.
leaves.
And there's just this moment. There's a bunch of the kids he's talking to. Yeah, man, I'm gonna replace you today. And there's this moment where he goes, "Yeah," he says to the kids, "Yeah, that's the attitude you want because this isn't a forever gig. There should be new heroes coming up." And then he's just kind
trying
of
to
like,
recover from it.
staring down the thing. We'll cut to outside where we have got now 3 people chasing after Mara or after Ivy.
How fast is Rosalind?
I mean, probably. I think she did track a lot because you can't get like cut from the track team for being like missing stuff.
Yeah.
She's not on the track team anymore, but it was a good.
Also probably the
They-
courses that her family put her into, like,
Yeah.
made her pretty fast.
Yeah, but
Zaylen's
also
pretty fast.
Yeah.
not nearly as fast as Ivy. Ivy has to want for me to catch up.
Yeah. I mean,
I think-
Ivy's not going to go that far. They're
You
going
are
to
confused.
as soon as they find an alley with like dumpsters, that's where they're going. And it's not going to be hard to follow behind her. So,
Yeah, I think Issa's probably on par with Rosalind at the running, and she's gonna like look over and be like smirk just a little bit, like, "Oh, okay, I see you."
All right, do y'all like it'll be you two probably first in the alley, and then if Zaylen's coming behind because the other two are a bit closer. How do they find you, Ivy?
Ivy is probably like kind of bundled up behind a dumpster, just like semi-formed, and just like not crying anymore, but just like kind of sitting with her head in her hands and just like that's it, like quiet and just sitting there.
Hey, hey. And then that's when Issa like sort of like skids to a stop and like sees and like kneels down. It's like, what happened? I was out in the hallway. I didn't see anything.
That 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 fucking snowstorm guy just was really mean. He just was really mean to me.
He was what?
They said really, really mean things to me, and I had to leave. He just said I'll never be a hero and that I'm basically worthless.
You are a hero, though.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Oh my god. Okay, all right. And she's gonna look at her wrist and like figure out where they are and be like debating to go back and kicking his ass. she's like been down like, you gonna go back and kick his ass? I will go back right now and kick his ass.
It's fine. When does Johnny show up? Or is Johnny showing up?
Johnny kind of walked away from Snowstorm. He's still in the auditorium, just like eyes locked with
Okay, so Johnny's
Snowstorm.
not-
I think
Okay.
Issa's gonna send him a text like once Zaylen's there and be like, send location, like we're over here if you want to come join us.
Johnny's reply, putting an asshole in his place. ...
Need help, and then it's like a little like flex emoji.
Johnny's just like, at this point, doesn't reply. He's just waiting for it to eat away at Snowstorm so badly he's gonna come up to him.
I put my hand on top of Ivy's vines, and I kind of like trying to like almost like try to take their hand like as much as I can. I'm like, you are a hero. You know that, right?
I mean, I guess my mom and dad tell me that we are.
You are.
Parents
Okay, so
are always
actually,
right.
there's a team move I really want to do.
Mhm.
When you share a vulnerability or weakness with somebody, I've never been in a fight before I met you guys. You know that, right?
You
And-
didn't?
No, I never have. And I was really intimidated by you when I met you because you are so powerful. It's really scary. But you're awesome and you are so you really impressed me. I want you to know that.
Thanks. I think Ivy like wipes some snot away from their nose and just kind of like pushes some of her hair back.
And that snowstorm guy is an asshole. Okay, like he is not a good person. He says Henry is dead, and Henry is not dead. So like, what did Issa say? Fuck him.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, say it again. Say it again.
Fuck him.
Oh, I
There
just
we
think
go. I'm so
As
proud.
all this is happening, I think Ivy is slowly regaining their like shape control and kind of like tightens everything up. And by the time the conversation is over, she's kind of like normal girl sitting on the ground.
Yeah, and then like Issa's gonna look at Rosalind and be like, "Oh, hey, you're fast."
Thank you. You're also fast.
You know, I stay fit.
I think. Is there some kind of role I can make?
Two things happen. I think that means Zaylen, you get to mark potential, I'm guessing, because that seems to help you understand human feeling. And I think you also are making a comfort and support move.
Yeah. So what would I roll for that?
Yeah, roll plus mundane.
Okay.
Issa, did you see? I also did a wink.
Oh, and
Sorry, I
what's
have an
this?
ad
Sorry,
on my rolling thing.
Oh.
1 second.
I'm working on it.
Oh,
Yes.
that's mundane.
You wear it well.
0.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. That's one of the ones where there's not a negative. It basically what it doesn't do is help like clear a condition or something. with Ivy, but you tried, and that's the important thing. You tried. You connected.
Ivy, I think there was something that he said that you should take to heart. You should make it so that he does not matter to you in any way, shape, or form. And then kill him.
Oh, okay.
Or disgrace him. That's the other option.
Ivy kind of like smirks and then goes, I mean, the first one sounds kind of good.
And I think Issa's like, kind of like leans against the other wall and like kicks a foot up and like crosses his arms. She's like, I have places that we can bury the body.
Ah, yes.
That's
A fun joke we're all doing.
Oh yes, a joke.
Legally,
yes.
this is a joke.
So, Michael, I feel like Ivy has to know at this point.
I don't have a differentiation.
I mean, this is like close up discussion, emotional connection, and body language with two people that they've worked with multiple times at this point.
Yeah, so about Mara, what are your thoughts on them realizing like that's the same sense of humor that Marrow shows all the
I
This
will
person
say
is so cool.
yes. I will say yes for Ivy, just because I also imagine that you've probably seen Rosalind a few more times than Issa and Zaylin combined, because you know Johnny and I run together. You and Johnny used to run together, like trifecta. Although I do want you to roll for it.
Okay.
Because I would love it if you're like, do you have a sister by any chance who looks exactly like you?
Go ahead and make the Pierce the Mask roll, Ivy. It's a plus mundane.
All right. That is a 7.
All right, you get to ask one. What are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend? How can I get you character to blank, or how do I get influence over you? Probably in this case, or in this way, I think we also do. Do you want to ask like? Are you asking? Are you? Your character wouldn't literally say this, but this would just
No. Yeah, it would be like, are you? Just like one of those, like, just, are you? And then just point. Oh, okay. And I'm going to do the same to, well, I mean, I guess it's if Issa wants
I mean,
me to.
Ivy knows.
Yeah, everyone knows Issa's obsidian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why I thought.
Yeah,
for some
like
reason
just
I
asking
Rosalind's the
you
only
to
one
Don't
hiding.
spread it around school.
She's just asking
Right.
y'all not to tell like the rest of the
Okay.
student body.
I forgot that we knew that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just be like, you and you like go like.
You are so cool. You know that? Like you're like the coolest person I've ever met.
I mean,
Thank you, Zaylin.
who were you talking to?
Okay, let's cut over there to Johnny. And there's a point where Snow goes, yeah, let me talk to my man for just a second. Comes over, goes, hey, man. Comes up, goes, hey, you gonna stop fucking me at some point, or are we gonna have ourselves more of a problem?
This guy's a fucking fuck.
This man should not be near children.
He really shouldn't.
Oh God, I will.
Can I roll to kill?
From a distance, I feel like someone needs to be punished. He's just like,
Johnny's response is, how about I take this uniform, put on a different uniform, and we take this outside?
kid, there's a difference. You ain't in. At which point, Nova kind of like flies her way over and just goes, hey, and as her sits and just goes, you like kind of smiles at you and just goes, like looking straight in your eyes and just goes, no, Storm, you're still on probation. I'd cut this shit if I were. He just has this moment where he goes,
Oh, Johnny, right at that point. Sandrew, TikTok. Snowstorm's on probation.
oh shit.
Because I know Sandrew's in the room.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people like, Sandrew, what? And then Nova kind of just comes forward and is like, get this.
Johnny just looks Nova dead in the eyes. Keep him away from my team, and we won't have a problem.
Can you and I talk for a second?
You and me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey,
I'm
you
right
gonna
here.
talk to me?
Yeah, Sanders making over. Hey, what is it? What is it, man?
He just kind of like puts his hand up like, one moment.
Oh, wait. Let me check. Am I coming through? Yeah, I'm showing I should be coming through. Let me know if it's still a problem.
Oh.
Oh, there was a decent chance I said that too softly to pick up. Well. Yeah, she kind of goes out in the hall and goes, what did Snowstorm do?
I'm not exactly sure of the details, but I'm pretty sure you noticed the giant pile of vines fly out of here sobbing after Snowstorm talked to her. To them.
Listen, anything you might think of that like Ivy might have done to piss off. Now I'm not saying it's Ivy's fault. Snowstorm is a dick, but Snowstorm is usually fairly slick when he's out with other people. The dickishness we usually got to deal with one-on-one. If he's provoked, he doesn't hold back real well. Do you know anything that she might have said that pissed him off?
She did call him Snapple Boy or something like that.
And she actually just kind of that would do it. Okay.
Maybe he shouldn't be at assemblies if he's gonna belittle people.
We weren't planning on doing this, but you had two in a row. He's been in trouble for not shit like this, but he's been in trouble before. I am gonna take care of this because I am sick of him causing me.
All right.
So let your friend know I'm incredibly sorry about this, and I'm pissed off that this is what happened.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you better hope that none of my classmates caught what he said on TikTok, because all of them had their phones out. I can't promise that's not going to get out.
Snowstorm's a dick, but he also tends to show that off where nobody else can see it. So chances are whatever he said wasn't where people were around. I will find an opportunity to talk with your friend. We'll find him somewhere, but he's... I don't want to say he's on fucking thin ice. Because he'd be impossible about that phrasing. But yeah, he's on thin ice.
I don't know why that made me laugh so. Just
pun.
fucking
Good joke.
Just,
It's a good
it's
joke.
the puns. The puns are what get me every time.
Well, I promise you that if I see him out in public, there's no promise I won't fight him there. But because you're here now, I'll keep it civil.
Just this moment, she goes, I understand. Listen, you're young. But Snowstorm, he's the real deal. And I saw what you did with Solace. I saw the other stuff you did with Mr. Friction. If you go up against Snowstorm, you piss him off, you could get hurt.
Isn't that what heroes are supposed to do?
Pick fights with other heroes, even if they're assholes?
No, defend people, no matter the cost.
Snowstorm's outside of your league, kid. That's not going to go well for you. There'll be a day when I will be on the sidelines cheering you on for that, but right now, you try to do that, that's not going to go well.
I'll take that into advisement. I'm gonna go check on my friend. I think you should check on yours.
All right. She's trying to. That sounds like that conversation makes sense to move your danger down and your mundane up. Are you resisting?
Oh hell yeah, he's resisting.
Right.
He does not give a. And
Roll.
I get a +2 to that roll because I don't care what you think.
Roll 2d6.
And that is a 6 on the dice +2, so 8.
All right, you get to choose one. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. That could get interesting. Shift one label up and one label down of your choice, or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
Wait. So I don't. Do I have to prove them wrong with if I shift my labels, or is that just if I mark potential?
You basically that is you mark potential or clear condition by proving them wrong. That's one of them. The other one is shift one label up and one label down of your choice.
Okay, I'm gonna move superior up 1, and I am going to move my freak down 1.
All right.
Man, Johnny is not. He just. Why does Johnny get into these altercations with pro heroes? Mecha Mass, then Snowstorm, and now Nova. What
Because
the fuck?
adults don't know anything, man.
Yeah.
They
Johnny,
don't know.
Johnny thinks he wants to be a pro hero, but in reality, he's like, fuck the system.
I love when players are like, I didn't think my character was going to be this person, but this is the fucking person they are.
I didn't realize Ethan's gonna be so much of a hothead, but here we go.
At this point, Johnny like turns and heads out the building and literally takes to the sky and looks around for Ivy.
You probably won't be too hard to find them, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Issa sent the location, so.
All right.
Just kind of land.
It is your team, and then with the exception of Marrow, and then Rosalind is there.
Hi, Rosalind. How are you?
Hi, Johnny. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well. Hey, Ivy. Snowstorm is being talked to at the moment, and yeah, don't listen to what that fuckhead has to say. Fuck him.
Yeah. Oh, Saylin, say it again. Yeah, say it again, louder.
Fuck him.
There we go. Yeah, they're learning.
We taught them how to swear now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm proud of myself.
Snowstorm. Fuck him.
Ivy,
yeah.
Ivy is very conflicted right now with Johnny because this is like what Johnny wants, and they know that. And I think that there's going to be some like, almost like I feel like maybe she might not fully buy that Johnny is like on their side as opposed to Alpha Corp's side because Johnny wants that like corporate life.
Johnny
And
thinks
Ivy wasn't there to just see what Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Exactly. So Johnny comes by later.
Oh, it sounds like Johnny's making an excuse.
Yeah, like 5 minutes later, and like, you know, they've already like recovered from this, and Johnny comes in and goes, "Don't worry about that, fuckhead." And Ivy's just like, "Yeah, Johnny, all right."
Oh. So, yeah, Issa, nah, we're good. I don't need I'm good.
I mean, I can always go back.
They have kind of shut everything down. I think they're wanting to handle it internally. They wouldn't let me fight Snowstorm.
You're gonna fight him?
Oh hell yeah, I was gonna fight him.
Cool.
Seems like not a great idea, but okay. I can't claim to know superheroes.
Why would you fight him?
Because I told him I was gonna replace him. And then he came over and was a dick to me, and I told him, why don't I put on a different suit and let's take it outside?
Yeah, okay.
And also because he hurt a dear friend.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming you two are friends.
That was
absolutely. I'm friends with everybody on this
Steve,
team.
I don't know if you intentionally or unintentionally made that all about Johnny's character, but that was good because that's exactly how Ivy felt anyway.
So Johnny is very difficult. Like everything is about Johnny, even when it's not, and he just doesn't know how to word things in a way that it's not.
It's so good.
That's what I was.
I want to set up so many things that make Johnny look like he could be an asshole, but you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But you come off wrong.
That's exactly what I expected Johnny to say, something along those lines. So it's like Johnny was in there to fight Snowstorm because Snowstorm hurt Ivy, but Johnny was like, because I looked at Snowstorm and he wanted to fight me, and I told him to go fuck himself and blah 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 blah. And it's all about Johnny, and that just makes Ivy like not like you even more. Like, yeah, I guess you couldn't risk that corporate sponsorship, huh? And then I think they're just gonna get up and walk away.
And Johnny's like really confused as to like what he did wrong here.
Hi, Ivy. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go home. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to everybody later. I need to go home.
Do you want to ride?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, come on, let's go get. I'll give you a ride home.
For some reason, Johnny looks right at Rosalind and goes, "What did I say wrong?"
Several things.
Like
several things.
Scrolls.
I guess I just don't know how to talk to people. I really need to work on it.
Yes.
I was trying to defend their honor, and I don't know how that. I guess I upset them. I feel bad.
That's all right. You want to swing by the Sugar Shack afterwards, and I'll tell you what kind of outlined the social situation.
I'll give you a brief synopsis.
Zaylin, do you want to do that, or would you rather just go home?
I'd like to go home.
Okay.
If I actually, I have a key. You right? Keep the key to your playset yet?
Yeah, I'm sure Johnny had one the day you moved in.
You know, for in case your parents ever came back and they wanted a key.
I'm gonna take the long way home.
Okay. I will. I'll see you there then.
Yep. See you soon.
Thanks for the offer, Rosalind, but I think I'll try to keep this with the team for now. But it was good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. And if you ever are in need of strawberry lemonade with fizzing bubbles, you know where to come to.
Yeah, I do. Johnny's just kind of like gonna go off. Like he's not even sure where he's going right now. Like he doesn't even walk. He's just like in the air, just thinking like over everything he said, and he literally can't process what he said wrong.
I'm in an alley.
So glad you said that, dude. That made some good drama, bro.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh.
I think on the drive home, Issa's quiet, but like is when they get to like maybe just a stop sign, maybe like 5 minutes later, she's gonna look over at them and be like, "How you holding up?"
I'm okay. I think I'll be fine. I just need to go home and just lay down, watch some Netflix or something. Gotta watch Attack on Titan. I don't know.
I think she, like Issa nods, even though she has no idea what you're talking about. You're talking about the anime. I'm like, all right, that's fair. I just
Yes.
and she's like, well, if you need anything, just let me know. You have my number, so.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. I appreciate the ride.
No problem. It's just sorry I wasn't in there when that happened.
It's probably a good thing you weren't.
And she just we will never know what sort of shrug. And for the rest of the ride, it's pretty quiet too, unless.
How many punches does it take to get to the center of a snowstorm? The world may never know.
One snowflake at a time.
Both of you roll plus mundane for I think comfort and support for each other. That ability to laugh about this in the car is like
God.
What'd you roll?
A 5.
And plus, with your plus, it's still a 5.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 6.
Oh, I got an 11.
All right, so you have a choice. So unfortunately, Ivy does not make Issa feel better necessarily. However, Ivy, with the 11, you can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you.
I'm gonna mark a potential.
And actually, Issa, you can actually clear a condition yourself or edit.
I am, because I do not want to be insecure. That is not who she is as a person.
I think everyone else was heading home separately.
I am actually going to do. Can I do something to clear condition?
Do you have something particular in mind, or?
Yeah.
Yep.
So to clear insecure, it's take a foolhardy action without talking to your team. Zaylen's gonna go toward Blake Industries to finish up what happened a couple days ago.
What were you going to be doing at Blake?
Breaking in, or at least trying to.
All right, this actually seems like this will be a.
Oh no.
We do kind of a fairly quick one. We'll do that in a moment. Well, Johnny, what are you doing at this? Johnny and Rosalind, what are you doing at this moment?
I'm assuming the assembly was close to end of day, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm scheduled today at the Sugar Shack.
Okay. You go to work, and then Johnny.
Johnny is just like I said. He is basically flying around the city, seeing if there's anything he can do. Like, is there a mugging he can stop? Anything to just kind of try and make himself feel better, because he knows he's screwed up and he can't figure it out.
Okay.
Like, he is so into himself that he just, even playing back through, he's just like, I don't know what I did. What did I do? I screw up all the time.
All right.
He's like beating himself up.
We'll come back to you in a moment. So, Zaylin, tell me how you're breaking into, like, what are you looking for in there? Or what do you? Oh yeah,
Ivy.
Sorry, I just have a question before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
When I roll that miss for comfort and support, does that count as me marking a potential?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And also, can I want to clear my condition too, but I'll do it after Zaylin.
Okay. Yeah. So, Zaylin, what do you do?
I think I kind of like I have this. I think in like my bag I have a hooded like a sweater. So I put my hood over my head. I'm kind of like approaching the building, and I'm kind of like casing it basically until I can find like a back entrance, and I kind of like parkour myself onto the roof like I did before, and kind of I'm looking for like a way in. I find a vent.
It's just something like your powers will help you with this.
I am my powers. I am super durable and I have strength. So it's like I'm just kind of
like leap up and grab stuff. I think you might be able to do unleash your powers here to basically overcome the obstacles to get in.
All right.
Because we're gonna make this a fairly quick one.
Unleash your powers.
Oh yeah, like straight through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
So roll plus your freak.
Okay. 11.
Damn. All right. Yeah, with an 11, you basically kind of find a great thing and up on the roof because you can leap up there, and then you kind of like find your way in. What are you looking for in Blake Industries?
I don't know, but it's like I know they're coming after us. And I'm
so I'll say that there's a point. There's a conference room, and it's like in the middle afternoon. You kind of come down on one of the. You shapeshift as well, right?
No.
Okay.
I can't actually shapeshift. Like shapeshifting was something I did like one time when I got to Earth. So it's like I can't naturally shape.
As you're kind of like sneaking through, you gotta go past there's a bunch of like blue collar folks sitting there, and you actually see pictures and some video from the Hex, and they're in one of those conference rooms that are like it's off on one side, but there's glass walls to it, and they're sitting there just going. All right, so they seem to know we're there because Obsidian was specifically hitting the places where the bugs were, and they're sitting there talking about like we have to try to regain control of the asset. They have the asset currently. We can bring it back.
I kind of figure I'm the asset.
Yeah, right. It's like the assets here brought themselves back.
The very next day, they thought it was a goner, but it couldn't get away. What do you do?
Let me see. I think I try to like sneak as quietly as possible, and while I don't have the ability of technology like Ivy does, I find like I found like a bay of computers, and I just like aim my palm and just send a thermal blast into this room of computers and just blow it the hell up.
Oh, so the whole thing's.
Yeah, and then I just kind of like again parkour my way to the roof,
Yep.
into the ceiling, into the vents.
Yeah, you
again,
have the
onto
big
the ground.
explosion, and people are sort of like running. Oh, what the? So yeah, that clears your what? Was your insecure?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you took a foolhardy action that is going to here up a computer room in there, so your insecure goes away.
But now I'm
And-
still in Blake Industries.
Yeah, and I was to say you parkour and then take off.
Yeah, I think I make it into the roof, and I try to like get off the ceiling. I get onto the roof again, and I'm trying to like, but now like think people are descending on the building before. Before it was kind of like no one was really around. Now people are descending on it, so I'm kind of trying to like not draw attention, and it's hard because I look how I look.
You can probably, because you get to go through the roof, you can probably take off without anybody noticing at this.
Okay, yeah. So then I take off.
Johnny, you actually do see a mugging as people are kind of going through. I'm assuming you're probably trying to get rid of your angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to require you doing something.
Yeah, it's gonna require me. What is it?
Yeah, there's a mugger who's like, you kind of go through an alley. Yep. Sorry.
Mike, sorry. Can I clear my angry because I broke something important?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, do keep track of what you lose for your conditions. Yeah, Johnny, you see there's a mugging. There's someone kind of like got a couple in an alley, kind of holding a gun, and they're going for to kind of pull out wallets and stuff.
I'm assuming since I'm flying, I'm just gonna like drop on him.
Okay, there's just kind of hits. He goes, and he kind of hits the gun, kind of like comes out of his hand. He's like trying to like crawl towards it to grab it.
I'm gonna use my flames to melt the gun.
Yeah, as he sort of kind of grabs it. I'm assuming here you're hurting someone.
Yeah.
As he kind of grab it, the flames come around it. The couple that are there, just like they're scared of you. And this guy's like, and his hand is like on fire.
I look at them and I'm like, this is the part where you run away.
Johnny's got some teenage hormones going on right now.
Yeah, they take off, and you got the muggers like his hand is like been burnt incredibly badly.
Don't mug people. It's mean. I just like take off again.
Get
Have
rid of
fun with your
anger.
no insurance.
And I think Ivy, you said you were.
Oh, sorry. Were you talking? I thought you were talking to Johnny. I want to clear my insecure condition. Taking foolhardy action without talking to my team. Very similar to Johnny, however. I think when Ivy gets home after Issa drops him off, she goes up to her bedroom and just like sits on her bed for like an hour and just doesn't do anything. She just sits there. And then they just get up and they walk out and they put their hood up and they go out looking for someone doing crime because they have to prove to themselves that they are worth something.
And once again, as you're sort of going through, you can hear like a alarm bells going off, and there is like a small jewelry shop that the gate that comes down has been like ripped up. Inside, and like some of the glass has been shattered. You see like 3 guys inside there.
Ivy is going to walk right up to the door and just build like a mass of vines and just entangle all 3 of them in them, and then tie them up and just like disconnect some of the vines to like tie them up and then dangle them kind of like Spider-Man from the like Spider-Man does from like a lamppost or something outside, and then set off the alarm.
Okay. The alarm is just, and they're just up there. Go ahead and make a roll for unleashing your powers.
All right, let me see. What is that? What is that?
That is plus freak.
Plus freak. Okay, that's fine. Oh boy. 8.
8. Yeah. Also, it technically, you kind of have them up there, just like, and they're kind of hanging. As you hit the alarm, there's a door in the back opens up, and you see like a costumed villain, not one you've seen before, kind of step out and just takes a look at you, and goes, like you tangle with them. Just does this, and you go flying like out the window, and then like you're not necessarily injured at this point, but then like across the way, what do you do? Like it's just a thing of force like strikes you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at my moves real quick because I have a couple here. I guess it's not technically a powerful physical blow, so I'm not worried about it. I think they're not a professional by any sense of the word, and I don't even think they have like agility so much as like when they're in somewhat human form. So I think she just kind of flies back and lands on her back, and then like gets up, and I think that there's a lot of angst that starts coming out. She builds like this Green Lantern style fist, like Hulk fist, and just like from all the way across the street and right through the jewelry store into the guy in the back, just this massive fist, like 4 feet in diameter, just smashes into him.
Roll plus danger.
Ooh, +2. Fuck. There's another 8.
All right, directly engage that threat. Yeah, pick one. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opponent.
Sorry, could you repeat those again?
Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, suppress, surprise, or frighten the opponent.
I'm gonna say take something from them.
Okay. What are you gonna take from them?
Describe this person.
The suit he has on is kind of almost more of a burglar suit, but the mask itself is much more ornate. But the rest of it's designed to essentially like blend in at night and not be quite so much in the dark. He is carrying with him a hard drive.
I'm going to rip off his like chest cloth piece, whatever he's wearing on his chest. Like as I punch him, I think the vines will just kind of entangle inside and just pull it off of him.
All right. Yeah. So at the same time as you kind of hit, there's also comes at you. You're going to take a powerful blow. Roll plus your conditions.
All right. I am not my body. When I take a powerful physical blow, I may roll as if I had 2 fewer conditions marked. So I can roll as though I have no conditions. And what am I rolling?
Just 2d6 then.
Okay. 8. Another 8.
You can lash out verbally, you can give you ground, or you can struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
Lash out verbally.
What do you do?
Ivy's just.
Right there. That's provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You have neither of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
You have to probably give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity.
Okay. Then
or
I'll have
take
to do
2
that.
conditions, which I don't think you want to.
I don't want to do that.
Are you fleeing?
Yeah, I think I'll have to.
Okay. He'll kind of let you flee as you kind of remove that, take off. Yeah, that was not great to head out on your own and ask people, but you got like the cloth and such from it.
I don't think that I successfully did I get to remove that condition? I feel like I shouldn't, because I feel like that almost like made it worse.
Well, the thing is, I think you were in a position where you could have gotten more injured and damaged. Like going out there by yourself without backup was foolish.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, but the reason why I'm asking is because like the way that I'm thinking about the character is like they went out there because they are insecure, and they were just made intensely like felt like they were useless, and they went out to prove that they're not insecure and came back not being any more insecure.
I will say this: one thing you find is when you get to the chest piece, in there in like some pockets there are 2 thumb drives that are in there that might end up having some information.
All right, I'll take it off.
You took something from there. Is anyone else doing anything to clear conditions?
I'm good with keeping mine for now, which may be foolish, but we'll see.
I ain't got any.
All right.
But I do think we can. I think just for the end of the night, if we're gonna like move.
Well, so
somewhere
Issa,
at night.
I'm showing you. Do you still have your insecure?
I don't have insecure. Do I have
I
insecure?
had you marked insecure for something.
I haven't had. Mine empty. My sheet says empty right now.
I think we cleared it earlier.
Oh, did something clear it earlier?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
cleared it. I cleared it earlier during the comfort support that I got. a level
Oh,
on.
yeah, that's
yeah.
that's correct. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've got a thing where I'm keeping track of everyone's labels in those, so we'll just make sure we'll kind of talk over so I can remember to get those. I'll double check them later, but it lets me know like how much people have. Which
Okay.
When I clear a condition, do I mark potential or no?
no, you just clear the condition.
Okay, I didn't know if there was a. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But as it night like winds down and like I guess the group chat's pretty quiet. I think Issa's gonna just text Johnny out of the blue, and be like, "Hey, if you ever need to go punch things, just let me know. Like, I can take you to my gym."
Yeah, Johnny is actually. I don't know if this would be any type of move, but Johnny's gonna be like, I fucked up.
You want to talk about it?
I burnt off a mugger's hand today. This is the exact reply in the text.
I think you see the dots going for a bit as Issa's trying to find the exact words.
dot 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 dot
Yeah,
dot 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 K.
Yeah, I think she's like, well, I don't want to say no. That's not gonna. That's cheesy and not what she's trying to convey. I think she's like, you okay though?
Not really.
Are you home?
No, I'm on top of a building.
Come over. Well, let's talk.
Okay. And he's
We don't
there.
have to. Yeah, we don't have to get into the scene now, but that's what
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm building up to for next game.
Yeah, we'll say. All right. Yeah. So I just sent everybody the end of in the chat. I sent everybody the end of session move. So everyone gets to decide. Did you grow closer, grow in the image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I am between growing away from the team and growing into my image. And the reason why I'm choosing image is I'm going to shift my freak up and my savior down. But I also that's my one thing. And the other thing is like, I feel like I'm growing away from the team and I'm trying to figure out which one. Like Johnny just absolutely like let me down like more than I've ever felt. And like even though the rest of the team was like there with me, I still feel so like away from it.
I think it's because he
It
was
was
probably like one of
sad.
your closest people. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he was the
Sad.
one that started it,
What-
and now he's the one who's like making me feel like I'm not, or he's not intentional. Obviously, he's not intentionally doing it, and he's not really doing it anyway. But the way
the
that
sad
I feel,
the sad part is like Johnny was fully trying to defend
yeah,
Ivy
I know,
in there,
I
but
know.
because they weren't there, it's like this whole misconceived perception. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Teenagers can't communicate.
This
No.
is dramatic irony, and this is why I love not when this is not a secret someone told, but this is one of those things where someone has a secret and everybody knows it. The players can play along and have dramatic irony. Like everyone knows Johnny did the right thing, but Ivy makes so much sense that Ivy doesn't know. All the
Yeah.
players know, none of the characters know.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I do like I like that. I like that a lot. But I think I'm gonna lean into that as part of the narrative next time.
Yep.
And instead, I think I'm gonna say grow into my own image in that I'm much more of a freak and much less of a savior.
Oh, yeah. Plus, it's been a minute. I don't think we've had anyone do that one yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right, for everybody else.
I feel like I grew closer to the team. Especially Ivy and like demanding that Johnny like doesn't become them. Like, yeah.
All right. You give influence to that character and clear a condition or mark potential.
So I lost influence when I asked Johnny not to do that. Can I? Everyone already has influence over me, so I'll mark potential then. Right.
And if they have influence over Zaylen, right, they can move labels up and down?
Yes.
Okay. Who was your closer person?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had
Who do you got closer?
everyone had influence over me, and I had influence over Issa, Mara.
This means you give someone influence over you, which means whoever would no. I'm sorry. You. Sarah chose mark potential because the other one is
You
you
give
give
someone
influence
influence.
and clear a condition.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was an either
Or mark
situation.
potential.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Because I think because like if they can't give like
yeah, that's true. I think it is. I think you are correct, Mo. Yeah. So
I also
think it's
played
both.
Mask earlier today, so that's what we usually do. So I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think you're correct. So yeah, Zaylin, who would you give influence to? They can actually switch two of your labels or move to shift two of your labels.
I think it's gonna be Johnny because not only did the teacher like say like you have a good influence on him, but like just in general, Johnny.
Johnny, you get to shift one, and if Johnny, you already had influence over Zalian, I think nothing's
Yes.
changed. You get to then shift one of Zalian's labels up, one down.
I think I'm gonna move their mundane up one and their superior down one.
Okay.
All right. Who else needs to choose?
I do. I'm gonna say closer because Ivy has learned my dark and terrible secret.
Terrible.
Terrible.
All right. So it sounds like you're giving influence to Ivy. Does Ivy already have influence on you?
Ivy already has influence over me, but you can do an X2 if you want.
Yeah,
Double
so-
influence.
No. So what means is Ivy then gets to shift two of your labels, and then you get to Marrow. You get to either clear a condition or mark potential.
I'm gonna clear a condition because I didn't go around beating everybody up last night, and I have quite a few.
I think I'll shift your savior up
Okay.
and your mundane down.
Alrighty.
And what condition do you want to clear?
I am going to actually clear angry because I'm fine with keeping it secure.
Okay.
I haven't gone yet.
Neither have I. I'm still thinking.
I think I grew closer to the team. There wasn't anything that I did to really grow into my own image, and it's definitely not something to grow away from. So, trying to think who I grew closer to. Maybe Ivy.
Ivy or Marrow because you were flirting with her.
I mean, she didn't know she was.
The thing is
Mara,
that could still work. I mean, on the meta thing.
I mean, it could.
That would make
I mean,
sense.
maybe one of those. You're like, why is Marrow just a little bit hotter today?
You got a nice voice, Marrow. Have I ever told you that?
It's Rosalind, actually.
Oh yes. Yeah, I think you know what. Let's go with Rosalind Marrow. That do you have influence over me?
I do not believe I do. Yeah, no, I don't.
Take
Take
influence.
that influence.
Ooh, thank you.
You say you clear condition or grab potential.
I will take a potential.
All right, Johnny.
Um.
There's a couple options for you.
Mhm.
Well, I'm torn because I definitely think Johnny grew away from the team, but I don't think it would be in any way that Zaylin would lose influence over him. So I'm thinking he grew into his own, grew into your own image of yourself, because
Yeah.
he did really get closer to like being that corporate hero, even though he doesn't particularly like that. It just kind of makes sense that now that he's seen what corporate heroes are like, he's grown closer to that, but it's also giving him a lot of self-doubt. But I feel like I did grow away from the team, but like I said, I just don't want to take that influence away from Zaylin. So I think I'm gonna go with grow into your own image of yourself.
All right.
Because the only person who has influence over Johnny is Zaylin, and I don't want to not have anybody have influence over me again right yet. So
Aw.
grow into your own image of yourself and why. And I explained that already. Shift one label up and another down. I think he's going to shift freak up one. No, actually, I think he's gonna move danger up one, and he's gonna move mundane down one. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. At this point, if everybody wants to go ahead, let people know where we can find you, and who you are. Go in the order of Zoom. I'll go last.
Oh, is that the list that we have
Yep,
at the very beginning?
On the front of the masking on Villanute.
Also at the top of our Zoom chat too.
True.
I added it at the bottom.
Oh, thank you. Hey, I'm Mo. They she pronouns. You can find me all over the internet at Sarina Bezos. I do a lot of tabletop stuff. Follow me on Twitter. It's easier there. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Kirby. He, they pronouns. You can find me at Disaster Tourism or on Twitter at DTRPGS. I have a couple games out this month, one of which is up now and exclusive on exaltedfuneral.com. And for the next 2 weeks, 2 more of my games will be featured on their website. So go check it out.
I'm Sarah, she, her. I am Powerful Week One on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
I'm Nessa, she, her, LOCHNEASSA, Loch Nessa on basically everything. Don't look at my Tumblr.
Don't do that.
Tumblr.
I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X on TikTok. Thanks for watching.
All right. I am I'm Michael. I'm looking up Loch Ness's Tumblr.
Oh, God. Me too.
Share the link. Share the link.
I am he, him. I am Improv GM on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok, as well as YouTube, Confessions of an Improv GM. Thank y'all for being with us tonight. I had a ball, and we will catch y'all later.